What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, so you know what that means. It is time for another Beer Flow show, the hottest, funnest, most entertaining beer drinking show on YouTube on Thursday nights. I was going to my little Ric Flair thing for a second. I was like, I'll pull it back out. It's hard keeping these gators down. You know what I'm saying? So shout out here, of course, to Todd and Eric in the house for another Beer Flow show. What is going on, guys? How are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing well. I got a couple Busch Lattes in me.
Yeah.
Oh, Busch Lattes.
We're going to come back to some of those beers here together for the show tonight to have a little bit of fun with. So we're going to play a few games on that.
All right.
I'm actually going to crack open one of the Harp lagers that I have here, old school little Pilsner. We got the heat. It's like 90 plus degrees around here lately. So I'm going to start out with a lager, but I'm going to finish with something a lot stronger. And Todd, what do you got going on over there?
I am drinking, it's called 1-800 double, extra, fruity, biggie, juicy.
Somebody's got a stuttering problem.
It's from Half-Hearted Brewing. It's a triple IPA, and here's the can art on it.
Nice.
If I can get that pictured in there.
That is one big saxophone.
And there's the actual name of it. That's what it is. It's called.
I thought we'd see Billy Clinton on there.
Yeah, well, I said one big saxophone. I'm like, that's what Monica probably said to Billy.
Play my saxophone, Monica. Play it.
That is so saxy.
Yeah, that's so saxy.
And let's see, it comes in at 10% ABV. And looks like that's all it gives me. Doesn't tell me any of the hops used, so we shall see.
I don't think they usually put the hop stuff on there.
Yeah.
Information.
We get random. We started getting Half-Hearted, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, maybe longer than that. But it's random. It's just like random beers just show up.
It's that Hammy
time.
Nice Irish beer right there.
I got the traditional old school Hamm's going.
Hamm's one of my more preferred adjunct lagers.
Hammy time.
We got Emerson in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Said, oh, shit. Yeah, we about to get it started up in here. Vanessa in the house says hello. Hello, Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
Always good seeing you.
Hold on, Vanessa.
We got cigar in the oval with dessert. Smoking. And we got Erie in the house. What is going on? Cheers. Very good to see you. So, yeah. So it's Thursday night and...
That sounded like a game of Clue. Cigar in the oval with dessert.
Yeah, and Epstein didn't hang himself, so.
As far as we know.
Man, they already got the chick on suicide watch. It's like who's what? Are we watching to see if she committed suicide? Or are we watching to see if somebody says she committed suicide?
There you go.
That Maxwell, that whole thing is crazy already. There we go. Get the nice head on it. Get the nice aromas out. Nice. If you haven't had a Harps is definitely one of those nice old school ones from Ireland. You get a nice feel of earthy type tones with it. Nice, crisp, refreshing lager that we will have here once in a while. So I do like my lagers from time to time, especially when it's 90 plus heat.
But not the Bud Light lager.
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah, in a pinch, the Bud Light, I could drink a Bud Light. Like
if they're free, yeah, if they're free.
They're free. Like we did a golf tournament that we used to do, and they were free at the bar afterward. Yeah, I throw down some Bud Lights. I'd feel it the next day though. It's just like when you drink like beer that's just like shit beer kind of. You feel it if you drink too many of them. So
yeah, look at the chat. Oh yeah,
chat is already kicking there. Let's see. Emerson says, I'm sipping a Sycamore Mountain Candy 7.5. Very nice. And Epstein had a cigar in his pocket. Like our playing the Epstein Clue version. Nina's in the house as Miller Lite, baby. Yes,
yeah.
But you didn't drink Miller Lite tonight. You drank Busch.
I didn't. I got Hamm's tonight because I'm still trying to get rid of this 30-pack that I bought.
You drank
Busch Light before that.
Busch. You had tonight.
Rod, you got to do that again.
Uh-oh. Eric's already tickled for a long night.
Great after power watch.
Might be a shush night.
We got D&D and Deadlifts. Hello, cheers, D&D. What is going on? Hopefully, you're having a good Thursday night as well.
No, wait a minute. Go back up one. Dragon's Milk Stout, great after power washing fence in the heat.
Whatever Vanessa says, we agree with.
Oh, yeah, you got to go with that. That's
the unwritten rule.
What?
If you say so, we'll go with it.
We don't doubt Vanessa. And see, I once got hunger on Bud before I got drunk. But I feel like that is definitely a possibility. Gilbert's in the house. What is going on? So Cheers Fools Booter opens at 12:01 to 12:11. Hurry, open, sons. Yeah, you don't want us coming up to Canada right now. You saw the chart.
Hey, Gilbert, Michigan is pretty much Canada, so I'm already in, okay?
Vanessa says hello to Nina. Nina said she had a Hams is excellent. Hams is a good adjunct lager beer. I have no problem with Hams. It's one of the ones I would prefer if I was out.
I'm not going to go far as say excellent.
I was going to say, excellent could be pushing it, but it is a good adjunct.
I mean, a 30-pack for like $13.99. It's not. I wouldn't say I was a Rod J deal for sure because you got to get quality as well. But definitely keep some dollars in your pocket.
That's a 50% Rod J deal. It's
a Rod J in the gutter deal.
It's quantity over quality there.
Yeah. Nita said hello to Vanessa. I'm drinking tea. I just got home from my last client. Nice. Well, put your feet up for a little bit. And if you guys are drinking a little bit of thing you want to share, let us know. We can talk about what you're drinking too.
A hard tea, right? A hard tea.
Hard tea. I think it's just a regular, probably like a nice, I don't know if he's in the South, maybe a sweet tea. I do like a good sweet tea, although not good for the dentist. Not good for the dentist.
This northern boy can't do it, man.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. It's something like, because you're in Michigan. I grew up in Jersey, but I'm in Kentucky, so I'm kind of getting used to it. But Kentucky sweet tea isn't the same as Tennessee or South of their sweet tea. So it's kind of like that sugar hits you, and it's like, whoa. Yeah.
I had some Nashville sweet tea, and I was like, "Oh my god, my teeth are gonna rot!" Like sucking it through a straw. I'm like, "Holy shit, man, this is fucking sweet."
You can feel them caving as you're drinking it.
Yeah, I'm like, feel the tea.
You sit in one of those places and Wilford Brumley and walk out of the kitchen like, "What's the problem?" Diabetes, motherfucker. That's the problem.
Diabetes.
I'm about to spit that all over my phone. Caught right in the mid-drink there.
Emma says that I prefer porks. I don't know what porks is. Vanessa says, are you confused over my choice of drink after finishing half the fence length? 600 linear feet, 6 feet high, and 8-foot section.
Yeah, goddamn it. You drink the fucking 11% beer after doing all that.
I think the heat got to her. That was the deal.
She earned it in my book.
Yeah, no kidding.
She definitely earned it, but man, right after doing that, oh hell no.
Gilbert says he can crush 10 beers like Hams a day. Probably, yeah. Yeah, Hams is an easy one to definitely crush. Nina says she drank the new Bitburger Sierra Nevada Team Effort Lager today, but Hammy is my standby. Oh, okay. Nice. How'd you like the Bitburger? It seemed like you liked it some, but you do like the Hams maybe a little bit more. I'm in Connecticut, though. I'm drinking stomach ease tea. So he's not got the sweet tea there.
Stomach ease tea.
Check out the Narragansett Dell's Hard Iced Tea. I haven't seen that one. Now we're getting more of the Narragansett. I think I even saw where Narragansett had like one of their lemon shandies down here as well. So haven't picked that up because my luck with shandies is not usually good.
I can't get near. I've had Narragansett before, but it's not here.
Yeah.
Thanks to Joe, who's not here anymore.
Yeah, where's your Joe? Joe, come back, Joe. Are you still out there? Come back, Joe.
Can you hear?
If there's a Joe in the store, please come to the front.
Just like we just over Buffalo. We're looking for Average Joe. Number.
Right above the billboard, right over the top.
Oh man, Vanessa says Connecticut here, Windsor Lock. So shout out back to D&D with Vanessa. Got a couple Connecticut homies in here. I like a 5% ABV Arnold Palmer.
Oh, I bet
I do like an Arnold Palmer. I don't think I've ever had a spiked Arnold Palmer though.
I don't. Do they even sell them? Like in a can?
I think they have some alcohol.
Yeah,
they have some alcohol here.
Do they?
Yeah, I think you can get like 3 different flavors of them maybe. So I feel like there's like a strawberry flavored one or something also.
It might be
Maybe.
because like, a lot of people like the strawberry lemonade type stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Nina said Vanessa running up to Colchester tomorrow. So yeah, so Nina's not too far from there as well. Nice. I was in Niantic Tuesday fishing. I haven't been fishing in a long time. Long time.
Long time.
Catch anything, Vanessa?
And if you guys like fishing, a channel you can check out is one of my homies, is Flow Rider Hillbilly. He actually does fish on his channel down in Florida. He's always out there doing some good stuff. You can get into Canada, but you have to go straight into quarantine for 14 plus days after arrival, right?
I'm going to Gilbert's place for 14 days quarantine.
But I'm only here a week. Speaking of people that don't even know how to get around town, I can't believe that whatchamacallem, Trump's attorney got released from prison, and now he's getting sent back because he violated his home thing and went out to a restaurant in Manhattan to have dinner. It's like, yeah, one thing. I mean, if someone said,
yeah, you have one thing to do.
Yeah, so now he's going back to prison again. It's like, what a dumbass.
That about sums it up.
He'll probably pardon him again. He'll probably pardon him for it. But
like,
we can do this all day.
Yeah, it's like you just don't realize how good you just got that deal, and now you're screwing it up.
That about sums it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Common sense is not always prevalent. Bitburger was solid. I'll take a 12-ounce corn adjunct with a high-end beer thrown in here and there. Corn adjunct, yeah. No fish yet, Vanessa said. She will post her fish pics when I catch her. You can catch her on Vanessa M. Kitty on Instagram.
You don't want the corn adjunct I had for Malt Liquor Monday. Ugh. Oh.
What did you have on Malt Liquor Monday?
The Tecate Titanium.
That's the one you were talking about. Didn't work out too well.
Did you finish it? Be honest.
I gave it a 70. I really even shouldn't have gave it that.
Did you finish it all?
No, it was one of the little 5-ounce pours when I was on it, right in the sink.
Oh, you had to let it go.
Drain pour.
Catch and release.
Catch and release. That's good. Remember the day when I have Arnold Palmer making Arnold Palmer? He was a good tennis. He was good at tennis, but great at making drinks.
It's golf. Emerson, it's golf, buddy.
I'm not sure where this was going out. Tennis.
Oh, the JV race.
JV race. So they were over on Jeremy's channel. Eclectic in the house. What is happening, homie? Another great channel to check out there. And I mentioned like Nina's doing some beer stuff there too. So if you haven't checked out Nina Yordi, make sure you check her out as well. Tecate has an incense note to it. I didn't really get an incense note with Tecate. I mean, when I had it down in Mexico, even it was, it gave me more still that adjunct lager type feel because of the yeast I think they were using. But it's all about what you pick up. So different people pick up different things for sure. Vanessa says she watched her Malt Liquor Monday. I will make sure that stays at store. It must have been really bad.
So Vanessa must be able to get it. Leave it on the shelf, Vanessa. Leave it.
Eric, what that one cost you? I haven't had a chance to watch the video. If you said I haven't had a chance to watch it,
$29, I think, $1.29.
Okay.
Well, you can't have high expectations for $1.29 beer, really. I mean,
I was hoping for 99 cents, but it didn't happen.
He says, Alan, are you the only one rating? The hashtag. He's like Will Ferrell and old school speaking.
To the quad. To the quad.
Come on, guys. The dogs know we're on video right now.
Yeah, they do.
They do it every time. Love fishing. COVID messed up trout in the walleye season, but should be able to hit the water for muskie. Nice.
She was outside and barking and went in. That's what. But yeah, they will go crazy here in a few minutes, guaranteed.
Nina said, "Cheers, eclectic." He played golf. Yeah, he played golf. Or you're surprised he played golf. Oh, yes, Jeremy's channel is awesome. Yeah, great time with Jeremy. There's Jeremy, hashtag JV Ray. What is going on, brother? Good to see you, my friend. And they were kicking some stuff over there, too, tonight, so having a good time. Gilbert said, Malt Liquor. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Well, thanks, Eric, of course. Yep. And Alan says, no, I'm not Erie. Not out here by myself. Hey, yo, Jeremy, cheers from Nina as well. So some good stuff happening, some good fun there. And how's that beer, Todd, that you're having from Who Farted?
It's good. It's kind of like your triple IPAs. It's kind of sweet, malt. Kind of big malty notes to it, more so than the hop forward. It's good though. It's nice and juicy. I mean, it kind of almost tastes like not really an orange juice, but some sort of a fruit juice.
Yeah.
Kind of mango, pineapple-ish kind of feel to it.
What's the ABV on that, Todd?
10%.
Triple.
It's good though.
How's the booziness of it?
It's not bad at all. I mean, it's got a little presence to it, but it's not. I would never guess 10%. I'd probably put it more like 7.5, maybe 8, if that. Has it pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of times on those triples, at least some of the ones I've experienced, you kind of get that burning sensation, kind of in your chest as it goes down.
Yeah.
But I don't get that at all in this one. It's all fruit forward for sure. Definitely sweeter side like your triples usually are.
Yeah. This is at the World War II plane crash at the airport, mucked up my local river fishing due to the foam getting into the stream.
Oh,
I
don't think I heard about the World War II plane crash.
I didn't hear about that. Well, I don't watch the news, obviously, so I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, that was let me shrink this down a little bit here. It's a little bit bigger than I want it to be there. There we go. And Mike's in the house. He says, picked up the botanist gin because Whiskey Scout recommended. I'm trying to lose some weight, and I understand gin is low calorie, low sugar. It is really a good gin. Yeah, spirits and like gins that go in, just like vodka is kind of that lower type feel. And I do like gin once in a while. I've had it a bit, but I do like some gin to kick back in its way too.
Now, do you drink it straight, Rob?
I've done straight, like with some of the extra dry versions, but usually I'll put it in something as a mixer type situation. So, like if you do a martini, I prefer a gin martini to a vodka martini.
You go the Snoop Dogg route.
I've done that before too. A little gin and juice as well. Like a V8 or what the thing is with gin, it's such an easy mixer that it just gets covered by whatever juices you put into it, so it hides it along those lines.
Yeah,
unless you put too much gin in, but it should kind of sink right in, kind of like vodka does. That's a clear type spirit there. Nina said Natty Daddy has some burn.
No, Steel Reserve has some burn. Steel Reserve.
Both of those, right? So yeah. World War II plane last year that crashed on takeoff. Yeah, I didn't really see anything about that. Yeah. That sucked though. Let me see. Pinnacle Vodka is wicked low cal. And drinking on the Muskoka Brewery ISA. So Gilbert's got his.
An Imperial Saison ale.
Or is it?
That's what it is, but that's what I'm coming up with.
It might be like some type of session ale or something, but Gilbert drinking a session ale just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, that doesn't go in the same sentence.
Gin works straight on the rocks, so Mike's actually drinking his straight on the rocks. Got a small hint of lemon, or you can put a lime in there as well. I guess you're not really splitting hairs if you do a lime or lemon with a little twist. What's the
Probably
twist?
lime would be better.
Like Bill Rafferty with the twist. Bill Rafferty is a bartender. You want a twist of lemon?
There you go.
With the splash. Little kiss.
He should do some sort of show where he just does his little isms like that.
I would like to do at some point like one of the game and like short clip videos and just do it like in a voice of like somebody famous or something, like one of the Call of Duty things that I saved to the channel where it's like, play the game or whatever, do it like a Stone Cold voice or somebody like a Ric Flair or like Morgan Freeman or something. I think that'd be hilarious. Have to work on my skills there. Shout out to Emerson. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. Emerson dropping the $3.99 bomb. Cheers to you, homie. This will get a 40-ounce Mickey's and a Snickers bar all day, every day. Appreciate you.
He'll get a Rod J deal on something with that $3.99.
Yeah, he'll get three 6-packs of something for $3.99.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw the. I almost grabbed one today, but I didn't have a chance to really pick it up. I was like, I don't want something that big anyway on the Thursday night, but I'll probably do it this weekend. But I got those Golden Rocks that were a pretty good deal. Some big bottles of those, and they were part of their reserve series. It was like my phone.
9,000, 1,000.
No, it wasn't the 9,000 on that one, but Let me see here. They're on my untapped list here. At least they're supposed to be. My untapped list screws up sometimes, and now I don't see them on there. Oh, yeah. Golden Rock Imperial Stout, 12% ABV, 25.9 ounces. Let's guess. What do you think I paid for those?
How many?
I got 2 bottles of them.
Oh, 2 bottles. And those are the big. Those are the big bombers.
Yeah, 25 ounces even.
I'm gonna say $2.99.
Come on.
Instead of what's the ABV, this is what's the price point of Rod's beer.
That would be one hell of a deal, but not that low. Definitely higher than that amount. So
let's see. All right. $5.99.
I think they were $5.99. Yeah, it was either $5.99 or $4.99, but I think they were $5.99. So what was it? I was like, yeah. So I grabbed a couple of them. It was a hell of a deal. So I couldn't pass that up.
Those $1.99 Spanish stouts, man. Oh,
have you seen those again, Rod? Since then?
No, I haven't seen those beers at all since that point. They came in from Spain, so
yeah, I wonder what the deal was on those.
They get these weird things sometimes in distribution when some beers show up, and it's like you've never seen them before. And so
those things for $1.99 all day. Yes.
I should have just bought
They should have.
They taste like I grabbed the whole table and bought it.
Man, those things are awesome. Every
I'll
one of them
take
was
all
awesome.
of them. I'll take all of them, please.
That's why I hate going beer shopping sometimes. I come across these things and it's like, oh, I guess I go get a bigger cart now. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah,
but for me, when I go there, they have a cart in there, and I'm like, fucking Oktoberfest. That's over 6 months ago. When I went over an Oktoberfest in the middle of summer.
Right. Yeah, the places here, like you said, you've seen parties, so they're good beers. And it's like, I mean, something like the Golden Rock that I got, that'll hold for years. And for $5.99 for it, yeah, I'm going to grab that. You know, it's way got enough time still to go. So
I feel like they do it the right way though, because at a certain point, you just got to drop the price and try to move them. You know,
yeah. Well,
or if they're becoming outdated or something, then
they're still selling like the Avery brews, the Nuttiest Professor, the Beast, all of them, like the big ABV beers for $4.99 a bottle. Damn, those are usually 12 to 16 in places.
Oh, see, add $10 to that, and that's what they're going
for. Exactly. So they're still selling at a cheap price that you can pick them up, and So
I wonder why they're selling those so cheap.
They just had an oversupply. I know the buyer.
Rid of them.
Buyer, and, the previous buyer had bought too much. But they also have like Evil Twins that they were selling for crazy amounts just to get them off the shelf and stuff that were Imperial Stouts. And it's like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So,
some of the bottle shops around here, you got to be careful, especially on the IPAs. Like you might go in and there'll be some dust sitting on them, and you're like, look at it. Of course, they're not 6 years old, but they're, a year old or so. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, they've got something going on right now, which I have to stop out there this weekend. And this is at Depths. Like they're doing like a Belgian special on some of their Belgian ales. So I think they got an overabundance of those too. So I'm just in a lucky spot at the right time, I guess. So I can always find some good things here.
Yeah, if things ever settle down and get back to halfway of normalcy, you'll have to get out this way and take you to Taxman.
Oh,
Belgian, for all their Belgian stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I would look at Taxman and Perpetual Hops, and maybe by then Sam will open up against the grain again over in Louisville.
Yeah. Well, they have let's see, when was it? Probably last fall, I guess. They did open up a second location.
Well, that's the one they're focusing on now because they shut down.
Right. Yeah.
Which, we'll speak about sports here in a second too, but Nina said, any relation to Jerry Rafferty? I don't know. I mean, it's Bill Rafferty. He's a big name. Spritz of lemon. With the spritz of lemon. Dark chocolate smokers in the deep freeze. I like to smoke my cigar this weekend. Snickers, dang space bar selecting. You gotcha. Blake's in the house at hashtag JV Ray. What is going on, Blake? Blake TV will be rocking the Friday Night Throwdown tomorrow night, so make sure you check out his channel as well. Cheers, fam. Smash that like. Appreciate it, brother. Vanessa says hello to Blake. And then Losar's in the house. Losar Beer Reviews. Make sure you check him out too. Hashtag JV Ray. So we got a few things happening over on JV's channel as well, which is all good. The YouTube is a tubing tonight. ISA NDSC session ale, which is just as with Gilbert drinking a session ale, but it was for a session. Detour ISA. I love these dry hop session ales. Got no problem with that. A little lighter than ABV. You're not getting too hammered, but you're getting a nice feel of the hops coming through. I can definitely dig it. We got In for the Grill in the house. What is going on? In for the Grill. Another one. Check out if you want to get into the grilling. He's got the stuff happening there too. Good to see you, my friend. John's in the house. What is going on?
What's going on, brother? What's up, man?
What's going on?
Doing his thing down in Alabama. Make sure if you don't check out John H. Pierre, check him out. He's actually doing some different things there with the beer as well. And for the grill, he says JV Castaways here. So he's drinking the Miller High Life. He's drinking the Champagne.
John, I'm right up your alley, buddy. I'm drinking hams. I gotta get another one because this one's empty.
Mike said, "What's up, JP? What are you drinking tonight?" So he already said that. He said, "Nice." So yeah, so John down there in Alabama, where I know it's probably got the humidity on for sure. EB says, "John, I wish I had more time because I would have loved to have shared a beer with you last week." Yeah, because I only came down through the parts and everything for a bit. Got to see his fam on vacation and stuff. So good stuff. And he said, "Loves the hams, Eric. Loves hams." 30-pack, $13.99. It gets like burned into your brain.
$12.99.
$12.99 even. Let's see. Emerson with the question. Name a tune to go with the beverage that you're drinking.
Name a tune?
Let's see. Name a tune. Here's what Emerson says, but name a tune that describes your feel of the beer.
The what, Ron?
That describes your feel of the beer. Like if you thought it was a good beer or a great beer, you might say Stairway to Heaven. Right? So name a tune that describes the beer that you're actually enjoying.
Sweet Misery by Aerosmith.
Ding, ding, ding. It works. It works. I'm trying to think of the harps because it is solid.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It's only thing that popped in my brain. I don't know why.
For me, and all the beers I drink, I'll say this one is Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, because it's just another one being stacked up.
That's a good one.
What about you, Tyler?
I don't have any idea. Man, one, I'm terrible with song names to begin with.
All right, I got one. Since hams gets such a bad rap, I'm going to say "Don't Tread on Me" by Metallica.
Don't tread. There you go. There you go.
I was waiting for like a Christmas song or something. Like ham.
Holiday
jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh,
Could go with kind of tutti frutti.
Oh, there you go, Little Richard.
Yeah, kind of juicy bomb maybe.
See, you were able to come up with one there.
I just had to think for a minute.
That's a good question. That's a good question there.
That is a good one.
It is, yeah.
He said it's very hot down there. My favorite gin is Berry Brothers and Red No. 3 London Dry Suns. I've never seen the hams down where he's at, so Mike hasn't seen it in his area. And for John Pierre, he says, for me, George, they're a good bad to the bone.
Miller High Life, bad to the bone.
Well, the other beer that I'm going to actually drink, and you saw me do a review on this one, July 4th, it'll be the 1776. This is my last James E. Pepper 1776 stout. I would tell you guys, get it if you can get it, but they don't make it, I don't think, anymore.
That I had the rye version of that. That was the rye's good.
Yeah,
the rye version is good.
Damn solid one. And I'm probably going to dip into a little Gentleman Jack as well here.
Gentleman Jack.
Hey, John, I really did like your Blue Bowl rehash a couple days ago. That was really good. I like the Blue Bowl a lot. For a malt liquor, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, the blue, I had the blue in there. But we got something coming up on that too tonight. As a matter of fact, you guys are on the right.
Yeah, I've had the blue and I've had the gold, and I haven't had the red. The red is what I want to try. The Red Bull. Haven't had the red.
Were you gonna say, Todd?
That's a segue into your.
Yeah. So let me take a look here. So we're gonna do have a little fun here, and we're gonna do a little segment of beer flashback fun.
Oh no! Please don't have that one, please.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna do a little bit of fun here with the help of Jay and Silent Bob. So we got the beers on the wall here from their throwback beer tour. And we'll just say, looking at the beers here, we'll blow up to the big screen. Beers on the wall. Anybody got any story or history with any of the beers on the wall up here?
Ice House was probably my first. I don't know. I can't really put Ice House as like a craft beer, but non-Miller Lite, Bud Light type beer when I was, freshman in college or.
Well, that was
was probably the bigger ABV. Yeah, that was that and Red Dog, but Red Dog's not on there. But Ice House for me on that one. The Schlitz sign. That's we've got a sign in our basement that's similar to that. It might look kind of just like that, but that has nothing to do with the beer, though. Really.
We know Santa's got a love for Red Stripe now.
Well, I was going to say, and the Red Stripe. But also, I guess for me, too, a lot of childhood memories is the PBR. That was my dad's beer of choice. He was PBR, and I think for the most part, he did it until my brother was old enough to get his own beer so that he wouldn't, because they wouldn't drink it when they would, but they didn't like it.
Right.
Before they were able to go out and buy their own. So I think he kept it around just to try to keep them from drinking it as much.
Right.
So PBR, probably out of all those, PBR would be the one that is more close to my heart, I guess, for that reason. That's what my dad grew up drinking. Probably the first beer I ever had, probably, as a kid. You get little sips here and there, That's probably the very first beer I've ever had would be a PBR.
Yeah, the first one I had was the Miller High Life as a kid, sipping, because that's back when they had the little bottles. I guess they still have the little bottles, but like my grandparents ended up, go get me a beer from the fridge or something like that, and you'd open it, but you take a sip on your way back before you gave it to them. Like, you drink any? I'm like, no, I didn't drink any of it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, an hour later, you're like, oh, time for a nap. So, but there's just like, I saw this earlier, and I was like, there's just so much on that wall. And a shout out to TV as well, because we got Mickey's up there. He's a huge fan. He loves his Mickey's. So,
I like Mickey's too.
On TV, check him out. But I look on that and I see like the thinking of the Miller High Life, but then I think like my high school years and Old English, Colt 45, because they were cheap, and you were just like getting, somebody to get the stuff for you before you're able to get your own stuff. So, but then I see bad college stuff on the wall, like Zima.
Oh yeah. I was just going to say Zima. My dad had a good friend. He used to come over and pitch horseshoes. My mom and dad had a horseshoe pit in their backyard, so all the time on Sundays, people would come over and pitch horseshoes. And a good friend of my mom and dad's, he wasn't a big beer drinker. He liked mixed drinks and stuff, but he latched onto Zima for who the hell knows why. But he loved Zima. And he'd bring Zimas all the time. I was convinced there for a while. I was like, they only make Zima just for him. I was like, there's nobody else buying this. Can't be.
Yeah. And then I see, which one I don't see on here that was one in college that was bad was also Milwaukee's Best, but Old Milwaukee's on there. And we used to drink a little bit of that, which Old Milwaukee during blind taste tests, a lot of people would pick up and actually like that beer. And be surprised.
I haven't had Old Milwaukee in forever.
But the Bud Ice, that was another one that became big when I was in college, drinking that.
The Penguin.
When I left college, I still drank Bud Ice for a while. I don't even know if you can still get it now, but I can get it here. My favorite Bud was Bud Ice.
I can get it Bud Ice here. I can get Bud Ice.
And
That was kind of back in the era when the ice beers were big,
yeah.
kind of just coming out or whatever.
Right. And they were the way they were doing it, they were getting more alcohol out of it, so people were buying them for sure.
Right, yeah. Which I think still at that time was, what, 6% or something maybe? I guess that's probably what they still are, but...
Yeah, they were like 5.5 to 6, getting close to it for sure. And but I don't know. I don't think anybody ever got over Schlitz. I just think Schlitz stayed at Schlitz. It never really.
Well, their new formula, people liked it back when they had the old formula. The new formula, it's not right, apparently.
But it was like it was there. And of course, you got Natty Light, who's expanded their line now, right? It's like for different stuff they're doing, even to the Natter Days, like Eric had last week. But some interesting beers there on the wall. And I saw this today, and I said, well, what can we do with this thing? So, but I would say this, like on the beers on the wall right there, what would be the one that is the one favorite one to drink, and what is the one you hated the most to drink?
Rolling Rock for me is the one I hated the most.
Yeah, Rolling Rock was on there too. That was another from college.
Oh, God. Rolling Rock. Ugh.
Too many of those could leave a headache as well.
Yeah.
And probably the best out of it's...
And for the people in the chat, you guys are saying, what's the best on the wall that you would drink there? Or what's the worst on the wall that you would drink there?
The best is probably High Life, and the worst for me is Rolling Rock.
Wow. Okay, the High Life and the Rolling Rock. Who about you?
Well, I'm a Miller fan, so it shouldn't be...
Well, you are a Miller fan. You probably got stock in the company, so you probably have to say Miller.
Yeah, you gun to head, you have to say it. Out of those, I'm going to have to say... I mean, I might have to fall in the shoes of Shannon on this one. I think I like the Red Stripe out of those.
The Red Stripe be your favorite, so what would be the worst one? Then?
Out of those, the worst one for me probably would be... you might have to go with Schlitz. Might have to go with Schlitz on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, I'd probably go to like Todd there. I was thinking I did like the High Life, like Eric said as well. And I can actually drink a PBR, but if I had to choose the best, it might be the Red Stripe, I believe.
Okay.
As far as the worst one on the wall that I would probably have, probably be the Old English. Be the worst one up there. No,
really?
Wait a minute. Zima be the worst one.
I was gonna say that too.
Zima be the worst one on the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one.
I never had Zima.
It's like I didn't want to acknowledge it, but Zima would be the worst one on the wall.
I've never ever had a Zima ever.
I don't think that's even technically a beer, is it?
No, it's a malt beverage, but it's on the wall, so we're going to include it in there.
Right, yeah. Well, I guess as far as that goes, you could say that for all the malt liquors too, I guess.
Well, I mean, malt liquors really is just a refined process they do, but I mean, some states call it malt liquor because under the law, it can't be beer if it's over an ABV as well.
Right. True.
Beer, it's just Zima's definitely the one that is a malt beverage on there. But if it wasn't for Zima being on there, then I would say Old English. Probably my.
You don't like Old English, right?
Not since I was like 16 in high school.
I think Old English isn't bad.
No OE for Rod.
No OE. I'm like how Shannon was on that Mad Dog that night, probably.
I do like Molson Ice a lot too. Molson Ice was a consideration for the best beer.
Molson Ice was one I actually drank a good amount too back in the day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't know if I ever had that one.
Blake says, chat is lit. Vanessa said, ACDC, Dirty D's done dirt cheap for the beer she was drinking.
There you go.
Good call on that with the Dragon's Milk. Dirty D's, Blake said. John says he loves this beer on the wall. No Ballantine Ale. Well, not in this picture. There's no Ballantine Ale there. So, but this is like a throwback. It was just something I saw on the internet. I was like, let's have some fun with this. You know, I got some other stuff upcoming now, so stay tuned.
So what's the deal with Jay and Silent Bob there? They just happen to be.
But they find a wall. They found a spot to lean against.
Right. True. Yeah.
Which the whole thing, I guess, my fascination with them also, which I don't know if anybody know, like Kevin Smith is actually from New Jersey, and and I guess the other guy, I don't know if he's from New Jersey as well. I think they are when he did Clerks and all that stuff. So I guess I get the Jersey humor on a lot of the stuff they actually do up there. So it really cracks me up when they're standing against the wall doing things. But if you're in New Jersey, it's just like it gives you flashbacks of people you knew like that. Why no black label on that wall? It didn't make the cut on that one. It didn't make the cut. Miller Lite still king, John says. These detours, ISA go down nice during a 100-degree day. El Dorado Citra and Sriracha H, malts, Maria Otter, Dexter Pills, and Turo. Nice. 100 degrees. Yeah, that's hotter there than it is here. Gilbert says the memories.
And the headaches.
Ever since Molson Ice, I used to jump the border for 2 cases every week.
Oh.
Well, yeah. What do they even make a Molson Ice in Canada? I don't know if they do.
Well, Molson's from Canada. That's a Canadian for Molson.
Unless it's like $50 a case or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's what, 13 here or whatever?
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper here. They get screwed on a lot of beers in Canada. The Billy D. Williams logo is the best.
Yes, I will say that.
That's your favorite logo that's up there, right? So Mike's saying the Billy D, which is kind of cool. It's got the Colt 45 with Billy D, and he's kind of got that like Lando look there. Although he didn't do Lando at the time, he kind of had that Lando Calrissian type. Well, because he did. He did Star Wars. That was back in the 70s.
Billy D.
Here's a question in the chat. Since Billy D. Williams passed away, right? Is that correct?
Did he?
I don't think so.
You don't think he did?
He's still alive because he was like last year saying he was like he misunderstood something on the way he dressed and stuff. He was having that whole debate thing. Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, is he? Okay. Is he still the spokesperson for Colt or whatever they call it for Colt 45, or did it?
Oh,
hand it off to somebody else
for years. Yeah.
Because I heard it was Snoop Dogg was or some. I'm sure it's got to be somebody. I just don't know who.
I'm not sure.
For Colt 45?
Yeah, Colt 45. Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I actually seen something for Colt 45.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Colt 45 commercial in a long time.
I haven't seen it either.
I mean, it may be somebody. I haven't seen anybody for a long time, but it would.
You don't really see malt liquor commercials anymore on television. You don't.
Well, there's something they got passed at one time where you couldn't really do. I think the beer something they switched. Well, I think at one point, but now they're back. They're coming back now on some stuff, I think, but it's like after hours. You can't. I don't know if it's something where they're not showing them drinking the beer or whatever. They're kind of just talking about it, like the. Well, they got the Dos Equis commercials now. I think about it. So I mean, I guess you can.
I was gonna say Bud and Miller probably have everybody banned off of TV.
They do the horse stuff most of the time with Bud, but again, they have some stuff there. I mean, I remember the old Miller Lite ones, like in the 70s, where you have the athletes and actors. They would be on there cracking beers open. But
yeah,
I thought something changed at one time, but they might be back to being able to do that, I guess. But
I would like to see them bring back is the Bud Bowl or whatever they called it. Remember that during
the they used to have those back in the day, and
during the Super Bowl,
it was the craze of the fridge. They had like a 32-ounce Bud.
Yeah. Those things were awesome though.
Those are pretty fun to watch. Alan said, "I see the Jamaican Budweiser up there." Yeah, he said Natty Light gave him a headache, so it gave a lot of people headaches. So it still does if you drink enough of them. Roller Rock still sold at base class 6, still a favorite for some. Gilbert said just needs OV, Labatt Crystal, Labatt 50, Molson Stock Ale, and Red Cap. Mike says I have a good Red Fox Colt 45 Magnum in my fridge. I didn't even know Red Fox had done Colt 45.
Yeah, I didn't know Red Fox did either.
Do you guys know OV Splits? Little bottles. We used to fill a golf bag with ice and case of them before drunk often. Not the OV, but I'm betting they're kind of like the cream ale one I did from Sloaning and Hoodlepole earlier this week or yesterday, actually. I bet it's something like those. It was like a 7-ounce bottle. Milwaukee gives you the largest.
Oh my God!
It's like a lumberjack feel.
Hold on, I got to take a dump this morning.
Stay flush.
Red Fox Colt 45 logo is "If unique is what you seek." And Roller Rock tastes like dishwater. Zima wasn't great. Was great because you could mix it with anything.
Jolly Ranchers.
Never really tried to mix Zima with that. It's just like, what is? It's like a bad tonic water when I had it. It was just terrible. Like God said, people put Jolly Ranchers in. It's like, who's going to be in a bar with? Oh, I got a pocket of Jolly Ranchers. Zima's rolling, you know.
Yeah, if you're gonna make your own flavored beer, you're
it's like I might
what's
have
the
borrowed
point?
my kindergarten glass. What's going on here? High life for best, Schlitz for worst. I can see that. I mean, Schlitz is definitely, it's not that much higher than Old English for me. So Zima, eat the lime, throw out the beer, eat the lime. I didn't even think people put lime in Zima. I don't even know if they did that.
I don't
Probably
think
should
anybody
have.
either.
Anything with ice in the name is usually synonymous with headache or head my beer. Hold my beer, hold my beer. What is going on, Weird Beer Reviews? Good to see you. Cheers, my friend. Good to have you in here. I need to crack my other beer open at some point here. Let's see, lime and hold my beer. And it's my beer. But did you rock the Jolly Rancher in the Zima? That's the question. See, I never did that. I never did it, but
Nope.
I did. Todd knew about it. Eric hasn't. Eric, have you ever said you never had a Zima?
I never had a Zima. Never.
So
Yeah, I've had them both ways, with and without.
yeah, I've had them when it first came out, and I had them when they brought them back out. And it's like, why? Nobody's asking you to bring out Crystal Pepsi. Why would you bring out Zima again?
Right.
You know, some things you should just let die.
So you picked it up when it come back out again?
No, I just looked at it at the store like, why? Are you
Okay.
here? Do we even know they're not like from 1991? Do we even know that?
Some
funny
people
thing
want
is they
to
probably-
relive their youth.
I'm thinking
funny-
some people didn't finish them in 91.
I was going to say, the funny thing is they probably just reran an ad. It was all the same beers from the 90s. They never actually remade it. Everybody just pulled it back out of the back and just restocked the shelves with the same old shit.
Back of the warehouse. Like, why are we got these Zima here? We're waiting.
The guys in the back sending off the dates, and then they're restamping the bottles.
Zima, age 30 years.
Everybody's like, it's still shitty. Doesn't matter.
A barrel-aged Zima. Oh, that's terrible. When that's at 92 here today, cold, well water on me though, power washing. Yeah, you have to stay cool while you were doing what you were doing there.
Yeah, it was blazing hot here today.
You ever say yes, Black Label, baby? We're Beer Reviews. It works every time. Might be the best beer slogan ever. It works with Billy D.
It does. It works every time. Yeah.
Mike said yes, Billy D is still alive. Colt 45, so good, don't need to advertise. It's kind of, it is iconic. Like if you say Colt 45, people know what it is, right? So
I like how you did that kind of a Billy D voice. It's like you just automatically do it.
There's like some things like you see and you feel like you have to do it in that voice sometimes. Like if you feel like you're watching Josie Wells at a point, you feel like you got to talk like Clint Eastwood. I mean, it's just when you're watching it, just some things just happen.
Yeah.
Oh, we get all Molson here, and Molson Ice was released during the Ice Beer Wars in the late 70s. Was there an ice one? I was thinking of the Ice Beer Wars being later, but maybe
Me too.
I thought it was in the 90s. I didn't think
That's what I was thinking too, like early 90s.
Are you sure it's not in the 90s, Gilbert?
They may have had them in Canada. They shipped them to us afterwards. You never know.
Yeah, they're like, get this shit out of here. Listen to the dumb American people.
I mean, apparently we send them Budweiser stuff that we don't drink. So they got some other Budweiser brands and Molson brands and stuff like that we never heard of.
I mean, it could be, Eric, that it was in the 70s and it just didn't become big until maybe the 90s here. I don't know. I just remember it just because, starting to drink around then.
And Gilbert said, also, where's the Labatt? Genuine Draft. Yeah, I mean, Genuine Draft was another one in college. I drank a lot of for some reason. Chris off the tent still drinks. He loves Genuine Draft, and I've never seen anybody drink as much Genuine Draft, I think, than Chris has on his stuff. So.
I don't know if I get Labatt Genuine. I've never seen any other than Miller. I haven't seen any other Genuine Draft.
No, I think he's saying Labatt or Genuine Draft. Because there's neither one are up there. It's not Labatt Genuine Draft. I think he meant Labatt.
Okay.
Yeah, no private. Is private stock still around? Private stock is still around. Ted Danson also did a Colt 45. What? I never saw Ted Danson.
I never seen Ted Danson either.
Yeah.
Zima best sold for finger painting glass. There you go.
Vanessa, are you saying for the paint thinner for Bob Ross when he puts it in there and does all that? Is that what it's for?
We don't need any turpentine. We're good to go. Good. We're good over here. Leave us alone. Schlitz Red Bull was a nightmare. Only teenage drain poor sons. Now Schlitz Red Bull back in the day in high school, we had the red and the blue. I think I did like the blue more than the red, but I drank both.
I like the blue a lot. The blue bull I liked a lot. Now I want to try the red just to make sure you're right, Gilbert. Just to make sure.
Vanessa said new Coke LOL leave the actual recipe to heck along. Yeah, New Coke was seen in the early late 90s, early 2000s, one of the worst moves ever done by a corporation. Like they lost like so much money over that New Coke deal. I concur, Eric. Schlitz Red Bull was an absolute nightmare fuel. Well, we get smarter as we get older, right? So
supposedly.
Hang'em High was a good clean. Yeah, Hang'em High was another good one he did. All of his spaghetti westerns are pretty good. There are no winners in Ice Beer Wars. Ice Beer Wars, only losers. Yeah, probably right.
Hey, right. Bud Ice and Ice House are probably the best of the ice beers to me.
Yeah, I like the Bud Ice. I like the Ice House, but it's not like you're going to go out and.
Oh no, not like I'm going to see them out. No.
Stock your fridge with them or anything.
Like you might be in a bar, you might see one in the cooler. Like, you know what? I haven't had that in a long time. Let me try one of those. But you're not going to go out and like try to, get a 6-pack most likely.
No.
Jeremy said, "Cheers to the awesome panel and chat." Cheers, Jeremy.
Hold on, Jeremy.
What up, JV? Ice beers were created in Canada well after German ice box, LOL. So they created them there, and so we ended up getting them later on. So Canada probably had them definitely in advance before we did.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we make some ice beers here? Hey, let's make an ice beer.
Hey.
Gilbert's probably going to be fucking Brenner.
Easy. I like Zima. Well, if Joe was here, Joe would say, "Alan,
that's on you." It takes a real man to admit that, though.
Yeah, he could wear pink too. He's comfortable. Not much, my friend. To you, back to Alan as well. Vanessa, hello to Jeremy. It would be funny if, with the purchase of a keg of hams, you got a ham radio to talk to the only other existing ham. That would be a heck of a promotion.
That would be pretty good.
That would be good. You should send that into them. Here's an idea.
have your next cell phone. Hey, everybody there.
Alan's been trying to eat and listen. Well, hopefully we'll give you something too funny. We don't want you getting choking there or anything. Careful.
Yeah, don't choke. Don't choke.
Yeah. Spit a piece of steak and hit Erie in the eye or something. So, hey, Vanessa, thanks for watching earlier. Jeremy has said as well. Every brand had the ice beer during the 80s. Well, your major brands were doing ice beers for sure, yeah. Natty Ice for the win, Jeremy says.
Jeremy's a Natty Ice fan? Wow, I didn't know that.
Natty Ice. I was a member of Bring Back the Red M&M Coalition in the early 80s. Red Dye #2 was banned. A certain hot dog company was closed down due to red hot dogs in Alaska in about 83. What hot dog company? Was it OSCA?
What was the thing with the red dye? The red dye #2, was it linked to cancer or something? Was that what it was?
Must have been something with the FDA must have got into it. Vanessa will definitely let us know, I'm sure.
That sounds right, Eric, that you say that.
Alice said Zima was the first alcohol I had other than a fuzzy navel. So, well, you're drinking Zima and you're drinking fuzzy navel, but I'm not going to draw any conclusions.
Yeah, Alan, we're going to just flip that skirt right up.
That probably explains it. Remind me of enjoying it with my dad and stepmom. Yeah. Please don't tell me you're wearing half shirts and short shorts or anything either.
They're fishnet shirts.
I really enjoyed Pabst Old Tankard Ale. Wish it was still around. Yeah, there was actually.
They made those a couple years ago. They brought it back out.
Yeah, what Depths, that you've been to, Todd. They had $12.99 cases of it at one point when it was because they couldn't get people to buy enough of it, so they had to start dumping it.
Yeah, and it's probably been 4 or 5 years ago now, maybe not that long.
Jeremy said, "Drink hams, don't be a fool." To be Mr. T selling that one. Always a pleasure watching your shows, Jeremy. Vanessa said, and Weird Beard at Emerson. I don't think you need a ham radio, just a tin can and string because they're probably one other person. So there you go.
John, since you like it, let's pick up those tin cans.
Can you hear me now? If you guys haven't checked out Weird Beer Reviews, make sure you check out Weird Beer Reviews as well. Newer channel out there too, I believe. Emerson, LOL, weird beer, right on. Then Vanessa, and yes, red dye number 2. You did not want in your food, so they found some stuff going on with it there. That sounds like an American that's been dropped on his head trying to do a Canadian accent.
Hey, Gilbert, why don't you shut the fuck up, eh? Why don't you do that?
I think you could have fit into Super Troopers too.
Dropped on his head.
I was 15 when I had those, so that's another reason.
Oh, all right.
I keep digging myself out there, you know.
Yeah. Good enough.
Foster that had the aluminum handle attached. I was like, yeah, we have the large cans of Foster still, but I never saw the handle.
Yeah, aluminum handle. Was there one?
What's back in the day? These companies can do good craft beer. I don't know if these companies can. I've never seen them much of it. I mean, I know Pabst did the Tankard Ale that some people had liked, but you know,
they do have that coffee stout now. That's really good.
I got that in the fridge, actually, Todd.
Yeah.
In the fridge.
Have you had one yet, Eric?
Oh, it's surprise. I will give Pabst credit. That's good for what it is.
Hard coffee.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will give them credit on that one. That's very good.
That thing is it's really good. I'll give that
it's
too.
like chocolate milk. I'm drinking a hard chocolate milk.
It's crazy.
It's like a malted beverage though, more than a beer as well.
Yeah.
Probably, but that's so good still though. It's kind of like drinking that chocolate tequila liqueur or whatever the hell that was, or the coffee. I mean,
yeah, Bud just did that nitro. I wasn't as impressed with it. I just wasn't as impressed. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't like, you know, craft beer worry or anything like that. Jeremy said he agrees with Ron Sutton. Hams, you're greatest your beer, greater than your beer. Don't use a string, use a rubber band between cans. Foster's Australian for urine. Oh, you got a different patriarchy than the one I had. I had the number 10, I think, in the series. What number is that one?
Let's see. 11, edition 11.
Let me see. Which one is that one? Put that one back up there again.
This one is the Carmelo Imperial Stout.
I'll have to check for that one.
Mm.
So it's like the Caramello candy bar they use in that one.
8.5%.
Oh, no, just Carmelo. It's not the Caramello candy bar. Okay.
Yeah. It says stout brewed with marshmallow and caramel. There it is again. Haven't ever had one. I just saw one and picked it up the other day.
Yeah, I had the one. I forgot the one I had. The other one. It was all right. It wasn't as great as I thought it was gonna be, but it was decent. The call does some good stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've come across in some of these pastryarchy or whatever they call them.
Yeah. John asked Eric if he's been to the lake.
Well, which Eric, me or Gilbert?
I think you, because you usually go to the lake with the family on Facebook.
Yeah, well, I was there over the 4th, John, but I haven't been to the big lake like Huron or Michigan or anything like that. I haven't been there in quite some time. I've been there, but it's been a while.
And that's you just like the aluminum handles. They have aluminum handles for 12s in cans, and the Vanessa said for the 12 ounces.
Vanessa, take a picture of those and put them on your Instagram. I want to see those. Or I just say Instagram because that's the only place I have you on there. But
yeah,
I would want to see those. I've never seen them before.
All right, so let's see here. So we had a little fun with that one. And let me go back here. Bear with me.
This has a taste of a Three Musketeer-ish kind of vibe to it.
Oh, nice.
I love Three Musketeers. That's my favorite candy.
And John said Little Kings, which was so. I just did a video on Little Kings. I don't know if you saw it, John, or not, but I just did one the other day.
God, I got to do Little Kings on mine. I like that cream ale.
That's post on Instagram, but she'll repost it now. What's it taste like, Todd? Anything else with it? You said smell like the Three Musketeers.
Kind of has a taste of a Three Musketeers. Definitely get some of the marshmallow in it, and I don't really get much of the caramel, whatever you want to say. It doesn't. Definitely get a lot of kind of sweet chocolate, milk chocolate type note to it for sure.
Jeremy.
Definitely get the smell of a marshmallow and a taste of a marshmallow, but it kind of feels like a Three Musketeer on the taste.
That fluff, the fluffiness of the
Mhm.
Three Musketeers.
It's kind of thin. It's kind of thin a little bit for an imperial stout, but
Paul he would hate it.
yeah, it wouldn't be up his alley for sure.
Well, an 8.5% really isn't going to be real thick.
No, it's not, but you would think being called an imperial stout, you would think it'd have a little more oomph behind it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit more body. Yeah.
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 But I mean, it's pretty decent though. I mean, it's it's got good flavor to it. It's tasty.
So in looking at the beer flashback fund, let's open it up here. So now we'll go to the, as you say, we'll go to the big board.
So the Red Keystone, the first one, I think is only sold in Colorado.
So
nowhere.
It's in Colorado.
I think the Red Keystone is only in or you can get it in Canada. I've seen someone from Canada. They said they can get it.
So you look at the beers on here. One, we could say, how many of these beers shown have you actually had?
Let's see. So I'm looking on my phone, so it's a little bit smaller, so I can't see all of them completely. Is the second one, is that Bud Light Lime?
Bud Light Lime, yes, it is.
Okay. And then Genesee, is that the next one?
That's the Genesee Cream Ale.
Okay. Rolling Rock. Then what's the blue can there?
That is
Labatt?
it's Beer 30 Light.
Oh, that was from Walgreens, I think.
That one in there.
I've
actually had that before. I was stupid enough.
The ones I haven't had are the Beer 30 Light, the National Bohemian Ale, the Game Day Ice. I haven't had that one. Name Tag, Simpler Times, Iron City, only because we can't get them. Is it Meta on the bottom there next to Coors Light?
Next to Coors Light, that is something. Look like Medallion or something, or Metalo.
Yeah, the Schaefer I haven't had. Olympus, Lone Star, Rainier. I've heard of Rainier. I haven't had it. And is it Utica Club? Is that what that one is? The bottle?
Utica Club, yeah.
And what's the premium one? The last one there.
This one here is just premium. It says something that the premium something best, but it is pretty small.
Yeah, but the Keystone Red I haven't had either. I'm sorry.
What is that in the gold can? The third in the second row, third to last, the gold can.
This one,
that one?
Times.
What is it?
Times Lager. You get
what's the one right next to it?
Tag Lager. You get that at Trader Joe's.
Okay. So, Eric, look up on your computer that Beer 30 Light. I think that was only at Walgreens, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we seen it when we were at. It was at where was it? What was the place we were at, Rod? Where Braxton Labs is at?
Party Source.
Oh, Party Source. Yeah, they had them. They had them there.
Yeah,
really.
They had them there. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking for some reason that was like just a Walgreens thing, and I thought you could get them for like $2.99 a 6-pack or something stupid like that.
Yeah, they were at Party Source. Beer 30 Light was there at Party Source.
And I had them. I mean, it's been a long time ago, so maybe. I mean, I'm not saying I'm sure they did, but I'm thinking when they first come out, it was just kind of like a Walgreens type thing.
Do they even make Game Day Ice, the Simpler Times Lager? Do they even still make those? Name Tag? Do they even still make those anymore?
Trader Joe's still.
Pardon me?
Still get them at Trader Joe's.
Trader
Trader Joe's brand. But of the ones on here, I've had 26 of the beers listed.
Let's see.
Of the ones on here that I haven't had, Genesee Cream Ale is one that I want to pick up.
I haven't had that either because I don't get them here.
Yeah. You guys don't get Genesee Cream Ale?
No.
Yeah,
I get Genesee Cream Ale.
One place called Party Town, I can get it, and I haven't been over there yet since everything happened.
Rod, can you get them in the Kentucky side?
Yeah, Party Town.
Okay, so I can probably get them in Louisville then. I just haven't looked for them when I go. But now that when I start my job Monday, I'll be over there anyway, so I'll have to stop by. and see if I can pick some up. Just a 6-pack or something, because I want to try it. Because I know Joe always talks big about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, I'm sending you a 30-pack of Natural Light.
Let me see here. Let's see. When I said posted there, you can get a can like mug with the handle. So she posted the picture. Works with her leather can holder too.
Nice.
John's had 23 of those beers on the list. Natty Boy. Yeah, Natty Boy. It's awful. Fun name though, right? No naturals, anything. Y'all missing all this extra XP tonight? LOL. Oh, from Happy Hour. All these beers on screen. Yeah. Well, they are better than the seltzers. All right, Vanessa, I'm with you there. They are better than the seltzers.
Yeah.
Third takes me back. It tastes like government cheese mixed with shattered. That's one of the best
comments. Shattered dreams. That's pretty good. That is good.
Do they still make MGD? Yes, they do. And if you ever watch Off the Test, I think he gets it all shipped to his house now. So that'd be our friend Chris there.
I can buy that in Michigan.
Jenny Cream Babies, like Gilbert said. So you take a look at this one, if you can see it. So out of these ones, what would be your favorite? And I can tell you what the worst one should be for everybody, if you've ever had it, it's that damn Simpler Times.
I've never had Simpler Times.
Don't ever buy it. Just don't. It's that's why you want to skip over. You're going to see a Trader Joe's. I know the price is cheap to get it, but some things are cheap for a reason, and that's one of the ones that's cheap for a reason. And name tag's not too far behind it either.
Did you say you can get Iron City at Party Source?
I don't know if I can get Iron City there. Iron City's like I think out of Pittsburgh, but we may get it there.
Pittsburgh? All right.
I believe it's out of Pittsburgh. Nessa said they get the MGD there as well. And John Womack said, damn, John Womack probably had a big flashback seeing all these beers.
Like, ah!
But yeah, I've had like 26 of those, but it's like the Strohs. That was another one from back in the day as well. Alex the dog, right? So you even got worked in the Tone Loc song.
Funky Cold Medina.
But
I can't tell what all of them are because I'm on my phone, but I'm trying to count up how many I've had. For me, on nose, the Beer 30 Light has to be the worst one that I've had out of those.
John says that he's had every one of those beers.
Oh shit!
I would not be surprised if John Womack had every one of those.
Now, see, I want to try the red can of Keystone. I want to try that because I can only get the ice and the light. The regular I can't get.
I feel like that came out here for a limited time. I never had it.
We're looking at 36 beers there. Like I said, I've had 26 of them. The one I haven't had the Cream Ale. I haven't had the Keystone Red. I haven't had that Beer 30 Light. I haven't had the Game Day. Haven't had. What's the other one? The one next on the Iron City. Haven't had that one. On the bottom, that second one there that we were freaking out, Medallion or whatever. Haven't had that. Haven't had Olympia, which I've heard Olympia actually isn't a bad one. Haven't had Rainier.
Can you still get Olympia?
Haven't had the one between Coors and Pabst down there as well, and I haven't had the one on the last one there at the bottom right.
I remember my grandfather talking about Schaefer beer.
Yeah, Schaefer. Schaefer was like the working man beer back in the day. I think. I think you saw like a lot of guys get out of work and they crack over some Schaefers, like stuff like that.
Can you still get Olympia?
I don't know. They were out of Washington. I don't know if you can still get them or not. If they're still out there.
I know Tom the Beer Whisperer always talked about it because like that was the beer his dad used to drink or something.
Yeah,
and it seemed like he made a video several years ago where he saw it and picked it up. So maybe they do. I don't know.
I think they can get it in New York, and I think Vanessa might be able to get Olympia too.
Okay,
or Olympus, because it's probably right around her area.
Vanessa said, "Is it acceptable if you can't remember all the beer names?" Sure. I know there's beers I probably forgot over the years too. Retired military, so most like you had most at one point or another. Probably so. You probably had something coming across there. Had quite a few. Even Lone Star. Lone Star was pretty bad. Yeah, I had Lone Star at one of the beer festivals. I actually got one of the Lone Star necklaces they gave out at that time somewhere around here as well. So
is the very last one on the top row is that Yingling?
Yeah, Yingling August.
Okay. I could tell by the label. Like a lot of these, I can't see or tell what they are, so I'm not 100% sure on what the count is.
He says, wait, one beer I can't get. So which one is that?
Well, yeah, which one is that, John?
Uh-oh.
Gilbert's a Canadian, correct? Yeah, Paul. Don't take him seriously, damn Canucks. Yeah. Emerson said, my dad was a Stroh's man, which made me a Stroh's thief. It was shit also. Yeah. Stroh's is one of those ones back there too. Funny, they had no Lowenbrow on there. Lowenbrow used to be a bit popular beer at that time. Back in the day as well.
What about Fall City, like the original Fall City, or was that just a regional thing?
I think that was more regional. That was more regional for that. And John, we actually don't have anybody who come on to this one. This is more just like a show that we actually do for this one here, my friend. Take off a. I want to play. Well, we're just doing this kind of like a podcast fun that we're doing. But yeah, so that was some interesting beers. Again, another one that I saw. And I was just thinking of some of the old throwback beers from a little
pretty good
back time. So I'm going to go ahead and
I would say at least 20 of those. I'd put a number on that, about 20, 21 for me, probably. I can't tell what all of them are, but I think the ones I can't tell what they are, I probably haven't had. So
let me see here. And Erie said, I'm back calling during the showtime. What are they thinking? Erie, you're taking calls during the show? Why are you taking a call? You're like, hey, beer flow.
Erie.
That's right. Priorities, man. Priorities.
Erie, me, Todd, and Rod want to see you on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Mic'd up too.
Call of Duty. Booze, yeah. I mean, when I do some stream, I'll get you on at some point, John. Really must be a drunk.
So, John, which one of those beers didn't you have? Which one was it?
Well, John, beer's just a hobby now. You don't have to be a drunk anymore.
and remember, John, alcoholics go to meetings. So
exactly. So if you're not alcoholic, my uncles all drank Black Label. That was the first beer I ever tasted. Switching to OV, if we keep speaking hoser. I got y'all tomorrow. So, are you going to try to get on? You going to try to get on?
All right.
All right.
Let's see. So,
is Alan going to let you? Is the thing, Erie.
So now we're going to switch it up. We're going to go to another one.
Rank these old school brews. All right, I can do that.
Yeah. Put this one up here. And although I know who people are going to pick probably for number one already from the stuff that we've actually looked at, but of the four on the screen, what is your 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those? Now you might have a contention between Hams and Miller High Life. I know.
For me, I can start. It's High Life, PBR, Hams, and Schlitz.
Oh, you dropped Hams to third. Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like PBR more than I like Hams, but I bought Hams because it was cheap.
Well, yeah.
What do you think?
PBR, thanks to Clint Eastwood, is now a snobby beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like to pick up PBR every once in a while. So
I would say PBR, Hams, High Life, and Schlitz.
Wow, you dropped High Life to 3. Wow.
Interesting.
I think for me, it'd be High Life, then it'd be Hams, then it'd be PBR, and then it'd be Schlitz.
Hey, all different.
Yeah, and Schlitz except Schlitz is always number one.
Except for Schlitz is last, yeah. The other three are interchangeable.
Yeah. Tell us in the comments, what are you guys thinking there?
I mean, for me, Schlitz, if someone were to offer me it, I would drink it, but I'm not going to go out and buy it. I mean, that's good enough.
And to be fair, I've had Hams and PBR way more than I've had High Life, so I don't have enough experience with High Life to say.
Yeah.
That would be a good, throughout the Schlitz, but get those other three and just have as a kind of a comparison thing.
I'm like, yeah, we don't need just Schlitz. We already got it.
Yeah. Well, we know what that is. We don't need to go there. And do like a Hams, a PBR, and a High Life, just kind of just on a Thursday night, and just kick back and
easy for us to do those for sure. Womack said Red Ice. That's the one he did not have there. So that Keystone Red, I believe. Vanessa, first alcohol was Rock and Rye with our slices in bottle. Mary's in the house. What is going on, Mary? She says, is Hoser Canadian? Most definitely.
Yeah, Gilbert's the Hoser. Gilbert's the Hoser.
Erie says, Alan, let me.
Okay, all right, Erie. So Friday, we're gonna be on there, and we're gonna hope you get on there too.
Well, we'd have to do it after the Friday Night Throwdown, at least.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
But let's see. Carlin Black Label is a great Hoser beer too. Gilbert said. LOL. And Emerson said PBR, Hams, High Life, and again Slits pulling up.
Yes,
wow,
that was my order right there.
Emerson puts PBR first. Wow. Okay.
And never had it, obviously, but wasn't Valentine's a fave back in the 50s and 60s down there? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Pierre was saying the Valentine ale for PBR was definitely, and they brought it back for a bit. Slits always came back up far faster than the others. Yeah. You're going the wrong way on the freeway, mister.
It's a one-way street.
If someone Slits, I throw a haymaker.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, man. Let me see. High Life PBR only had it once. Hams. Slits gives you the shits. Yeah, well, yeah.
It does, Gilbert. It does. It does.
Then ranking these is like having to choose how you die. Any option isn't ideal. But wait till the next one. I'm going to pull up here weird beer.
Stay tuned.
Chad's in the house. What's going on? Chad says Saturday night you guys should be tuning in to share. Yeah, we always check in Joe. We know Joe D. I might even jump on the panel on Saturday, but yeah, share beer on Joe D's channel is always awesome. High Life is a champagne of beers, which is why I only drink it out of champagne glasses.
It goes hand in hand.
And again, when they brought the champagne bottles earlier again this year. They'll probably do it again here towards the end of the year. River Styx Imperial Tart Ale or River Styx Imperial Stout are awesome. Ooh, where's River Styx out of, Chad? I do like a good Imperial Stout and a Tart Ale. Buy all four and shotgun each one. This is a family show.
Yeah. Can't go there. I don't want to die.
Come on, man. Hello. There you go. So let me see. So yeah, I mean, I saw that. It's like some interesting beers to take a look at. How would you rank those ones out there? You talk about some of your adjuncts. Obviously, if you throw in some of the other stuff like Bud or Coors like that, it would probably switch it up. But those were kind of like a cheap with the cheap type beers type situation. Weird Beer says, great idea, Vanessa, is the best way to test their drinkability. Do not encourage Vanessa, please, in the chat. Chad said he's actually Pittsburgh, Massachusetts they're brewed in. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen them down here before, depending on what their distribution may be. I wonder if Craft Beer Pours, he might have it on his channel because he's out there in Boston.
He would.
Yeah. And shotgun drink each. I haven't shotgun a beer since. You think I would say college, but I think it was a few years after college when we last time I shotgunned a beer. But it was back in the 90s, I believe.
I don't think I've ever done it, ever.
Probably same here.
Although I am thinking about getting one of the boots to do the boot challenge for beer chugs. If you get a 1 liter boot, see how fast you can drink a liter of beer, any beer.
Eric, you've never poked a hoe in a can and just downed it?
Never. Have you ever done the funnel?
Nope.
You never done a funnel or a shotgun?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Never.
Were you allowed outside?
Maybe. Maybe.
Only if the street lights weren't on.
John Pierre.
That might be a challenge for you on a Thursday night, Eric. You got the shotgun and beer.
Oh no. I better have Friday off, God. I better have the Friday off.
John Pierre throws the knuckleball. He says PBR Slits.
Ooh.
Miller High Life and then Ham. So he
moved
higher than anybody thus far.
Yeah.
Funnel each one as a keg of them. I don't know if you want to mix those up though.
Right.
Talk about the shits.
I head poke a hoe. You haven't funneled anything?
I haven't, Erie. I haven't funneled anything.
Erie's going somewhere else with that, I think.
No telling with Erie. I think the last time I shotgunned a beer, I wasn't old enough to rent a car. Yeah, I was under 25 probably, so I probably wasn't old enough either. I think you had to be 25 back in the day. Never funneled a beer or liquor. We were thinking an ice luge from the cold shot machine in the patio. That would be cool. Well, if anybody's funneling liquor, good luck. I mean, that's like Nicolas Cage leaving Las Vegas stage at that point.
No kidding. That's a pretty good comparison there.
Erie says, "What the hell did you do as a teen?"
I drink beer like a normal person does. I didn't funnel it or anything.
Nobody like did a shotgun of beers at the parties or anything. Like,
People did, but I'm like, hell no, I ain't doing that. Fuck that. My dad was a school teacher. You got to remember, so I had to be on my toes.
oh yeah, that's true. Okay, did you play quarters and stuff back in the day?
I did play quarters. Yeah, I played. It's been a long time since I've done it.
Yeah,
long time.
Yeah, we used to play quarters and speed quarters. And I think it was 3-man that we played, and there was asshole. But I think the game that I always remember the most is like playing Thumper, because that's the one that really got you hammered. Nina says, "Nice spread." Are you talking about the beer on the screen, or? Oh, Chad said they're kind of a new company. Didn't know. Don't know if that's their only location. If so, River Sticks has been there maybe 5 years, but definitely don't remember them 10 years ago. Yeah, probably one of the newer craft breweries. And I haven't seen anything there, but distribution, some of these smaller areas, you just never know. But like down here, I get beers now from Connecticut Valley. I know the guy that distributes for them, so they're in our area too. So you never know when something may pop up. Erie says she's funnel vodka.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. It's a great reference.
Erie, you are more of a man than I am. I will.
Yeah.
Funneling vodka.
Funneling vodka? No shit.
she's
I have to assume that was the only thing you drank that night.
Oh God.
Completely passed out after that.
Never drink on an empty stomach, that's for sure.
That's Shannon's problem.
She ain't got the time. I need to get it now.
Yeah. So he's drinking on an empty stomach.
And then Vanessa said you never funnel liquor as well. Funneling liquor when you don't want to remember the next 4 to 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Try
4 to 6,
24.
maybe 4 to 6 days.
Exactly, right? His dad
Be waking up like the Hangover.
Do not fuck them beers. Guzzle them like a gentleman. Let me see. Only 4 to 6. LOL. Easy to remember if it's recorded. Well, yeah.
That's right. You had cell phone back when you did that. I didn't.
That's true. Very true, Eric. Very true.
Thank goodness we didn't have cell phones back then.
Thank God. Oh, God, thank God.
Woo-wee.
Thank fucking God.
Chad said, I wouldn't smoke vodka. Apparently, Chad tried to have some smoked vodka at some point. I lived on vodka for a long time.
Eric, what kind of vodka was your go-to vodka?
We all know Blake's still living on vodka, so
yeah.
Who's bad? Party time. Well, Eric, you work Caprice, so
whoa, time. All right, time out.
Alan throwing the game out there. It's on now.
No, wait a minute.
Caprice.
I don't even know how to even respond to that. I just feel dumbfounded by that comment.
But that came back from the night of the Caprice from after the beer fest. Your model
That's right.
At his brother's house.
What?
You don't remember, but they remember. Pepper's Farm remembers.
You don't remember that conversation, Eric?
No, I don't. What?
We had it on here on a Thursday night too.
On the Thursday night show. That's why everybody keeps bringing up the Caprice.
I don't remember that conversation. I
don't remember either.
You and Shan talked about it on a Thursday night show.
Yeah. I forgot what night it was, but it was after it was followed after the beer fest. Yeah. Pepper's Farm.
I don't remember that. I must have been shit faced that night. That's all I can say.
Maybe.
that comment there. See, I didn't hear you were here for that, so they remember.
Caprice.
I drink Coors bottles of Molson Export and played bottle caps with JD. I don't have a cell that recorded. I had a camera. Hey, an actual camera back then. Was it like the Polaroid one step? Just press the button and it came right out. Gordon's. Ooh. Lead us a pop off. Ooh. It hurts the chest a little bit.
only good for a picture. Only good for a mix.
Yeah. Although cell phones did not exist when I was a kid. If you touched a rotary phone, you did not live past childhood.
You're right.
Yes, exactly.
We had a rotary phone with a cord that was about 95,000 feet long.
I remember those rotary phones, and God forbid you make a mistake like on the 6th digit, have to start over.
Yeah, shit. Hang it up, start all over.
I'll tone again. Cold showers feel really good after too much, JD. I bet. with a country song playing in the background, I'm sure. True believer, not all craft beers have to be worldwide to be good. They can be brewed in a small area and be tasty. Chad, you're definitely right about that.
Yep.
Some of the better craft beers I've had smaller brews. Like I took these guys to one of our local places, Street Side, and you don't see that outside of here. They made some damn good beers, and these guys will tell you that.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
He says,
and Westerman too.
He says she was more of a man, and you wear capris. I rest my case with your reaction.
I don't remember that, Alan. I don't. I honestly don't.
And for Alan, don't think we forgot about the Zima and the fuzzy navel too, by the way.
True.
But my short-term memory sucks. If you tell me 5 years in the next 5 years, like, oh yeah, I remember that, but now I can't remember shit.
Yeah. I can't. I'll bring it up again this time next year, Eric, and see if you remember.
Here he said Big Daddy loves his skinny capris.
Yeah. Okay.
Todd is because he doesn't want to remember it.
Neither do we, Eric. Neither do we.
kind of hugging there, Eric. Kind of hugging.
Can we get back to the please comment? Okay.
Oh shit!
I don't wear capris. They feel like pants that are too dang short.
Let's get past this.
One thing about these 4 beers, the point is to drink a lot of it. Nobody is ever like, I'm going to stay in tonight, read a book, and have a nice glass of Schlitz. No, nobody.
A nice glass of Schlitz.
Well put, Weird.
Eric, don't you remember you had those capris on when you whistled at that girl?
Oh, that was the same. He was on that night when he across the street or whatever. Almost got in a fight.
I did not have capris that night. I looked at that one night. I do remember that. That did not happen. Did not happen.
Alan says, "Damn right, we remember. That's not the thing you forget about."
That's ingrained. That's ingrained in your mind forever.
Ooh, be the nursing home. You remember that time back in 2020? What's your favorite style of beer and what's your least favorite style of beer? Well, for me, my favorite style of beer is Belgian ales. And I guess I would say I like them the bigger ABV, so I'd be more to the quads. My least favorite, a lot of people know, is Shandy. I cannot stand Shandy ales. Like people get all excited about Lonnie Kugel's Summer Shandy coming out, and I'm just like, no, thank you. You guys, what's your favorite style and least favorite style?
I got to think about this one for me.
I would say it's a close 1 and 1A for me, but for a favorite, I have to say probably an IPA. But stout being right on the heels
like
of that.
Shannon was saying, she's here. Just choose one.
Right, exactly. That's what I said. For me, I guess I'd have to say an IPA. My least favorite, I'm the same as you, Shandy.
For me, it's a well-made amber ale, a well-made one.
See, I thought you were going to say adjunct lager because you've always liked those.
Well, I don't get me wrong. I like a Miller Lite, and I like Hamm's, which I'm drinking now. And once in a while, I have a Budweiser, Bud Light, all those ones. But if there's a really good amber ale, I will drink that and drink it. My least favorite is a Pilsner. There's just something about a Pilsner. I can't drink them. I can't.
Yeah, I would think a Pilsner would kick over with your appreciation of the adjunct. Because sometimes you can pick up some qualities that kind of kick from the yeast and stuff, I thought. But
every one I've had, Rod, I never finish it ever. Even though the camera goes off, I never finish it. I drain for it every time.
Wow. And Vanessa, Polish potatoes, vodka, and Link and Tanqueray. I actually got a bottle of Tanqueray downstairs.
Oh.
Alan said, love stouts, least favorite West Coast IPAs. No love for the West Coast IPA. You got no love for the West Coast?
You don't like the...
You got no love for the West Coast?
Is it the West Coast that has the piney elements and the East doesn't?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly. But we use this, by the style, yes.
Okay.
I don't know anymore as much as anymore, but yeah, that's what's supposed to be.
Mary says, hell, I was on a party line. Noise of dial spit on the phone. Yeah, when you did the rotary, you had the dial and you had the phone.
Have y'all ever seen the video of the dad that said he would give his sons $100 if they knew how to work the phone?
So
they couldn't figure it out to save it. They had like 30 minutes to dial a number and they couldn't do it.
Listen, drinking those beers and watching the guys walk backwards down the road, draining themselves. Men can drink Zima and Fuzzy Navels. They can't wear capris, not without being a part of special shows, at least.
Alan, me and you, buddy. It's me and you. You have Fuzzy Navel and Zima now. We're the capris, buddy.
I can't debate too far on that one. That's it. Man diggers. Rod is drinking Zimas with me. So, and I did say if Zima ever came back out for a third time, I don't know why they would. I would do a show with Erie. So, because I had to get a bag of Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Chad says, so to give you a general area where Fitchburg, Massachusetts is, well, the next town over is the Wachusett Brewery. I haven't heard of Wachusett Brewery. There's so many breweries that are out there, though.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a lot of good beer up in your area, Chad, for sure. Did she take off running or compliment his Capri talking about the woman that
What?
Woman that Todd said you had the Capri on. Do you remember?
Well, let's see.
Remember, like a little bit of a heated talk with the women out there after the beer fest?
Oh no, they were just gave me dirty looks and they just got and Shannon did too.
She got on you. She's like, Eric, you cannot do that.
And I'm like, the fuck I can't do that.
And the other lady is like, yeah, you can't do that.
And I think I yell, the fuck I can't do that. I think it's what I yell.
Blake says, smash that like, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thumbs ups are always appreciated. I hate Shandy. I think lemon is better on fish. I agree. Or take a twist and put it into a vodka. Here he raises a little Blake. Agreed about summer Shandy is country time lemonade powder dumped in the Miller Lite. Yeah, it becomes too sweet when you're drinking it for me. Like, that's the only beer I've ever had at a bar do a drain pour on was the summer Shandy.
That actually probably be better. Country time with some beer or something.
But I will enjoy a nice Rattler, though. So I will drink a nice Rattler. But
Moosehead Rattler.
Moosehead Rattler is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it definitely improves the flavor of Miller Lite.
Come on, Alan.
Oh, I love high ABV styles. Yeah, high ABV is good. Actually, Chad, I don't know if you saw, this is what I'm drinking now. This is the James E. Pepper aged in rye whiskey barrel stout, 12.5% ABV. So this is what I'm actually drinking right now.
Yeah, how's that one going down?
It's very good. I did a review on it, and yeah, it's very nice. Very smooth. Although the review I'm uploading tomorrow on the stout that I did may have been the best stout I've had in the last year and a half or 2 years. So you have to upload tomorrow for that one.
So are you getting much of the spiciness on that one from the rye?
Not as much. It's pretty smooth overall. You get kind of a touch of it. It's not overly done, but you get a nice amount of the tones coming through from the malts and everything. So you get that chocolate, that coffee, everything goes down nicely. You're not picking up any of the alcohol, which at 12.5% can definitely sneak up on you. Blake said the same thing. You got no love for the West Coast, EB? In his Snoop Dogg voice, I'm sure.
Wow.
Styles. Favorite style, high proof darks, least shanty. Yeah, shanty. I got no use for the shanty. It's just cheers, Blake. And my least favorite style is Pilsners as well. It's the beer equivalent of wearing Crocs. I love the analogy. Eric, to be honest, I give you weird looks too. So Crocs, I never understood those shoes. I didn't either, but whoever created them got paid like crazy off of them.
I had a pair back in the day.
Did you? Blake said he has somebody he hates them.
You couldn't wear them when rain fell through your garage. It'd be like an ice rink,
right? So yeah, you can't wear them in the rain.
Well, no, not in the rain, but like say like you know how it rain. We have a garage door open. The rain would blow in, make the floor all wet. You go stepping on with Crocs, it'd be like an ice rink. Whoop.
Oh,
Your feet would just go, it'd just be like slick.
Slide out from under you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Blake's gonna give you weird looks now. That's crazy. Erie said, yeah, you can't wear it. I can't. They look too funky for me. Erie said, make a ghetto beer, malt liquor on bottom, stout on top. LOL. Pretty sure Croc's slogan is when you don't care about having sex anymore. That's all. Y'all make sure y'all check out weird beer reviews as well. Man.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Crocs and Caprice, LOL. So Vanessa's now cashing.
If we get past the Caprice, people, get past the Caprice.
CNC's where beer says. Vanessa said, notice BD is quiet. Maybe it's what he is wearing. Oh, so yeah, so that's the comments there. So on to the next thing, right? So what about a little FMK 40 ounce beer style?
Oh.
Do you guys know FMK off of Howard Stern? So Howard Stern, I think he was the one that made, I don't know if he created or came up with it, but he made it very popular. So it's the FMK, Fuck, Marry, Kill. So one, you have to have just one time.
Yeah.
One, you have to drink it for the rest of your life. And one you just throw away from the get-go is just not even going to try it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's FMK.
One time forever and just kill it off.
And for the contestants that we have here, let's bring them up. So here's your contestants for the 40-ounce FMK. So of these beers, which one are you going to have one time? Which one are you going to have the rest of your life? And which one are you just going to throw away right from the beginning?
The throwaway one for me is going to be Colt 45 if I had to choose.
Ooh. And what's the one you're only going to have one time?
Old English.
And you're just going to have Mickey's the rest of your life. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was a tie between those two because I like Old English. So it was but I like Mickey's more and I like Old English. So.
What you got, Todd?
So the F is one time, right? And then the kill is get rid of it. So for me, it'd be Colt 45, Mary be Mickey's, and then kill would be the Old English.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go the way that Todd went there. So for me, it would be the Colt one time, and then Mickey's I would have, and then the Old English would be the one that get kicked to the curb off the bat. So
bye, Felicia.
You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay.
That's right.
John's with me. Well, we like our Mickeys. Me and John like our Mickeys.
Yeah, Mickey's would be the one I think that you would have over the period of time if you had to keep one. So
yeah I think so.
Well, it just kind of tastes like just a regular beer. It doesn't taste like a malt liquor. That's why I like it.
Yeah. So that is pretty solid there. And let me see. And then Chad actually said, what's your favorite beer glassware? I love my tulip glass, new tulip glass. For me, the one that I actually like the most of beer glasses, even though I drink a lot of high ABV, so I use a lot of different ones for those. I've always liked the Nonic pint. The one that has like the nice base and has like the little stub around the top of it.
That?
No, not that one.
That's kind of my favorite style. I don't know what it's called, but
I like the Sam Adams ones. That's what I usually use for my craft beer stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about, Rod, but I don't know the actual name for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I have one on my shelf over here with all these different glasses that I have.
What are these called? Do you know what those are called? I like these glasses. I don't know why. I just like the
I don't know what the name of that one is, but that's one that opens up nicely that you can put like higher ABV in and get the aroma.
Yeah. I think it's just a good bottle. Yeah, I think it's just a good all around glass for that reason because you get the smells, the aromas from it. I had one from Listerman. It was just like this, and it broke. And I was pissed. And then our lady came up with this one. I was like, I'm getting another one. I got to get another one.
Hey, Erie, I see you in the chat. And yes, I would wear Crocs and I would wear my capris drinking Mickey's.
Dang.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
I know I got some up here, but there's also other ones I have that are pretty cool. Where did I put the too many damn glasses trying to figure them all out?
Venice, I'm gonna go to the beer store here this weekend. I'll get your package out here shortly.
But like the one that Todd actually has, like I have this one here from Old Nation.
Oh, there you go. Where'd you get that one?
Jungle Gems.
I was gonna say Jungle Gems. I bet.
How much did I pay for it?
$2.99.
What a plan! How much?
$2.99.
Nope.
99 cents.
Nope, higher than 99.
$1.99.
$1.99 for that one there.
Yeah, I'd bought that every day. Shit.
Yeah. And I like these too. Like we were mentioning a tulip, just like a tulip.
Yeah.
Glass is pretty cool.
Also, the glass I actually do like, and I got from one of our local beer fests here, like the favorite one that we like to go to. It's a Sam Adams glass.
Yeah.
It's a bigger one. I think Eric has a smaller version of the one I have. I think mine will hold a 16 ounce, but I think the one, Eric, that you do in your videos, it's only like a 12 ounce glass, right?
It is, yeah. The Sam Adams ones are 12. The style, you got the little, I call them a tulip style.
And it kind of flares out at the top, but the one I have is a 16 ounce one.
That's usually like a good all around one. You can put IPA.
I like that one, but that's the only one I've got, and the only time I've ever seen it was that one. It just happened to be one that we got from one of the vendors at the beer fest. End of the day, we walked around. It was like, you got shit you don't want. We got all kinds of free beer and glasses and stuff they didn't want to carry back to the car with them.
Vanessa, I see you in the chat. Get me some local stuff that I wouldn't necessarily get in Michigan, like some local stuff. If you don't want to send me anything back, you don't have to send anything back. I'm just sending you because you can't get the reserve stuff. And I got one. I'm going to send the reserve one that I said. I don't think you can get the bourbon barrel aged expedition style. I think you would really like that one. I'll send that with you. And then there's a couple more I'll put in the beer package for you. So
yeah, but that's
you'll like that bourbon barrel aged one.
She also said pantaloons would be nicer than the Capri as well. So, but here's another one that I got. I haven't even used this for anything. But this is an ox mug, so it's made from ox horn for beer drinking.
My cousin gave me a glass that's similar to that, but it doesn't have a handle on it, but it's all kind of shaped and weird formed like that. It's really cool.
It's from Thorhorn, but they make like these out of ox horns or whatever. So
is that from like Germany?
I don't know. I don't think it's Germany. I think it's maybe Norway or something like that. Or
okay, I think he picked his up. Yeah, him and his wife and kids went on like a European excursion for like 2 weeks, and he brought. For some reason, he just picked them up. He's like, I thought you'd like that for a beer glass. I don't even see him but like once a year. And you brought them at like Christmas time. He's like, here, you can have those. I was like, cool.
I think it's,
but it doesn't have a handle on it like that, and it's a little bit smaller, but it was really cool.
Yeah, this is like I want to say 25 or 26 ounce or some weird thing. But
yeah.
I think it's supposed to be Norway, but who knows? They don't mark it. It could be China.
Right. Yeah. True.
China.
Come from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Pre-Wuhan, China. I'm pretty sure if you don't own a yacht, you're allowed to punch anyone wearing Crocs with impunity. At least it wasn't a kilt, Erie said. Oh, Eric's not there for that one for the Capri. Which at least if it was a kilt, I mean, a kilt can be masculine, right? I mean,
yeah. Free ball it under there.
You
Be
do wear
good.
a kilt though. You have to go full kilt, right? Like you're not supposed to wear anything below.
That's right. Go free ball it underneath.
So.
I'm never wearing a kilt. I'm not. Mm-mm.
You never wear a kilt?
Nope.
So my cousin got married like 4 or 5 years ago, and they had the wedding in their backyard. And all my cousins and his dad, they all wore kilts.
Yeah.
It was funny just as a thing. And so they were he made like this old dance floor and everything out back, playing their own records and shit.
I hope they didn't do a rock on.
I got a video. Like Shan's like, show us what you got. And they were like starting to flip up, and they're like, the best man was like, I ain't got nothing underneath it. And my other cousin's like, yeah, whatever. They had like Spider-Man super, underwear on or something. It was something stupid. I don't know. You just have to know them. They're freaking hilarious, but it was funny.
Gilbert said Capri will live forever, son. Let me see. Drinking Bush Lager. I wear a kilt and have. So there, Gilbert. See, he wears a kilt. Mickey's Lep TV, right? Yeah, Mickey's. Shout out to him on the Mickey's. John said he agreed with you, Eric, there. One of the choices. I don't think those would ever stay down for a 40. I agree, low key. Mickey's is a classic. And what is going on there, too, King Boo? Haven't been seen in a while. Hope all is well. I can already feel them coming out the nose. Marry Mickey's. I'm Irish. My mom would be proud. Fuck Colt and kill English. There you go.
Yep, I agree with that one.
Do you wear Crocs with it? Crocs and a kilt. That would be kind of a thing to see. Or not. Whenever I see I just think of Edward 40 hands. That would be. Do people still make Edward 40 hand videos? I wonder. I've seen people used to do that back in the day. That was a hell of a drinking game that would crush you. In my area, I've never seen Mickey's. Have not seen in the New England area that I'm in. Yeah, we have Mickey's here that we can actually get. Eric has done Mickey reviews on his channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a Mickey's, I don't think, a review. I should pick up a bottle of Mickey's and do a review.
Usually on Mondays, I do Malt Liquor Monday.
Yeah, so make sure, and you put your thing in the chat too if you have it, Eric, so people can check out your channel as well.
Rod, do you have another lineup for those?
Oh, don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Just checking. Can't be one and done. Come on.
Well, it's going to be one. It's going to be a curveball. It's going to be a curveball the next.
Oh, okay, all right.
What is everyone's favorite whiskey? Are you counting bourbon as whiskey? Because most people just count bourbon as bourbon versus being whiskey, but I'm still kind of getting some of that down. But I like a lot of the bourbon type stuff myself. If I'm going to head that way, though, I do like Jameson's a nice Irish whiskey.
For me, I would have to go with Four Roses.
Four Roses, yeah.
As an affordable one. Now, if you want to get more expensive, which I never do because I'm not a big bourbon / whiskey connoisseur. Obviously, like Pappy, I've been privileged enough to have like the Pappy 21 year or 22 year, whatever the hell it was, and 15 year before. So very good. But your affordable ones for me is Four Roses.
I like Crown Royal. That's my go-to.
Crown Royal.
Mm-hmm.
Did you drink all your reserve? You still got the reserve left.
I still got some left. I contemplated having a nightcap one, but I was like, better not.
Well, I'm having a little whiskey for a nightcap. I'm having Jack right now. So.
Well, God, I just grabbed another one of these. So.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Well, I had a big one of these. So.
Yeah, I already had about 4 pounders of Bush lattes too.
So your capris are getting wrinkled.
Better go tumble those in the dryer so they ain't all wrinkly.
You guys, okay?
We love you, Eric. We love you.
Mickey, green grenade all day. So I do remember Mickey, the green grenades. We used to have those back in high school as well.
They're not grenades, Gilbert. If you look at them, they're barrels. Look at them, they're barrels.
Everybody calls them grenades, so
They do, like, yeah.
Found it on the base chat. Nice. Let's get some good stuff on her base here. For the beer we're talking about tonight, anything more than a solo cup is too much. Yeah, probably. Cheers, Eric, Vanessa. Cheers, the weird beer. Make sure if y'all guys don't have Blake TV down, by the way, make sure you get him down to check out because tomorrow night we'll be on his channel for Friday Night Throwdown, and we have a lot of fun over there on Friday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you get him picked up if you do not have him. No Crocs boots. Thank you, Eric. I will find something to return back. And that's what
you don't have to do that. You don't have to.
Ardbeg 10, I think, is Gilbert's favorite whiskey, I believe. Blake's at 7.5.
Wrong chant. Yeah, wrong night. Wrong night, Blake.
Shot glasses are my favorite glassware. What style is the local? I have 32 local breweries around me. That's what you were saying earlier as well. Favorite glass, yeah, British Imperial Pint, and that's like the non-nick or the no-nick that people call it. I do like that one, and that's like the British style with the pint glass. My cousin's son-in-law brews the blonde hooker. Don't know the blonde hooker.
Maybe you should.
Popular?
Apparently not enough.
Blake says blonde hooker. I'm looking. Do you like dates on bottle? Do you not care? Well, Chad, dates are very important, and I don't know if you've seen any of the other beer reviews I've uploaded here on the channel, but one of the things I actually bring up when talking about beers is if they have dates or not. All beers should be dated. Two things I think on the label that matter the most to me are dates and ABV. Some people, and then style, I guess you can say. Some people will say style, but if it's most of the beers have that on there automatically, but if they don't have it, style should be on there. But date is right up there.
To me, I would say ABV and then the date.
Yeah,
you go 1A, 1A on either of those. But
I mean, date
is important depending on the style you're drinking.
Now, if it's something where I know the style, like if someone says an imperial stout or whatever, I know a certain amount of years I can have that. Or if it was like one of the ales that are like over 8% ABV, or if it was something that I knew what I was dealing with, I can kind of estimate it. But yeah, date's important. Especially more so for some of the ones that people try to do, like the IPAs and stuff. If they want to,
yeah. I think it's more style oriented for the date for sure.
Have you guys watched the beer reviewers that will like buy old cans of beer, like 60 or 70, like a lager, and then they'll crack it open and they'll taste it and give them notes on like a 70-year-old lager or something like that, like a Budweiser?
No,
there's some
interesting.
They claim they're not bad. I don't know if they are or not. I don't want to go down that road, but
yeah. Well, it's good for research to let you know how long stuff can age. I mean, somebody has to be testing something somewhere down the line. Like I had a couple of Russian Imperial stouts, and they said 13 years is what they target them as they could last for. How did you come up with 13? Because it's not like a number you would think of, but they probably had tested at some point going back and revisiting.
Well, that's the thing. Hops was put in beer to preserve it when they were bringing them over on the ships way back when. Yeah. So it's not like they're gonna per se go bad. It's just not going to be. It's just not going to be what the brewer intended it to be when they made it.
Right, because you're going to have some stuff fade, and some stuff's going to become more of a malt bomb.
Right.
That you're not going to have that type of feel. Which, if you're a person into multi-year, take for instance Dogfish 120. Some people will get it and they'll wait like a year or two to actually drink it because they like it more maltier.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've known people
that drink it fresh, or I can drink it aged, but
yeah,
you take that bite off by letting it sit for a bit.
So that's one I've not had to let age. I've always drank it pretty fresh, or within the year's time of it being bottled. I need to buy one of those and sit on it for a couple of years just to see.
Yeah,
I think
then buy like a fresh one and do like a side by side.
I think the longest I aged might have been a year and a half, I believe, when I had it. Gilbert said he has family kilts. He has to wear one during a wedding.
That's what always makes me laugh about some of these videos of people doing like, oh, it's an IPA. It's 2 days past the 30-day point or whatever. Like, it's not going to kill you. Yeah, maybe it's faded. Some of the flavors, it's not what it was intended to be, but
like I won't do a beer review on a beer outside the intended date because that's brewer.
Right. Then that makes sense because you're doing it.
I picked up and I would drink it like Eric talked about, and his stores around him is like these old beers they put in these little markdown type carts sort of like that. you're taking that risk or whatever, but if you take it and you end up liking it, I mean.
Mhm.
But say it's a beer like a Three Floyds Zombie Dust or a Bell's Two Hearted Ale or something that you know what it is. So you find something that's old but they're on sale.
Right.
Big deal. You know what they are. You're just getting it because whatever. From that standpoint, it's like, so what? It's not going to kill you. Why not get it for a decent price? Why not?
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest aging like a Budweiser.
No. I mean, I wouldn't.
I'm just messing around,
Yeah.
but
I wouldn't suggest aging any of those like IPAs or anything like that. But you get some of the like snobby snobs, like, oh, this is 31 days old. I'm not drinking that. Like, really? Come on.
But there are guys that buy these old vintage beers that are still in the cans unopened, and they'll 60, 50, 60, 70 years old, and they'll crack them open, and because they've had like a Budweiser, like somebody haven't opened a Budweiser for 50 years.
Yeah.
They'll open it up and be like, does it taste the same as it does now?
Yeah. Well, you get some stuff like sometimes I've seen like where people have like had a relative die or something, right? And they're doing like the cleaning out of stuff, and they come across old beers that may have never been used or whatever. So it'd be interesting for a research type angle to see what it tastes like.
So Eric, what have they said on those?
They say they're not bad. They're not
still decent.
Yeah, they're still decent because they're in cans. They're in a aluminum or back then, I think it had to have been aluminum. I can't imagine them being in steel or else they.
Well, I was gonna say even back then you wouldn't get the line one, so they probably even get the flavor of that aluminum.
They claim they're not. They claim they're not bad.
Really?
There's obviously a taste drop off, but
it's
still passable for a lager.
I mean, a can is just a very, very, very little keg. So,
yeah,
true.
Yeah. Blake said he didn't look good in Capri. LOL. Just saying. Nobody but women do, Blake. Thomas Hooker Brewery Blonde Hooker Ale. Okay. And there's Eric's channel. If you haven't checked out Eric's stuff, make sure you check him out. He does the different beer. He does the malt. He also has a lot of entertaining stuff that he also does. You just did one on the sports thing, didn't you? I think on there as well.
Tigers, yep. The latest one, the Tigers one, yep.
And then Crown. So John likes Crown as well.
Me too.
Blake's, I don't know, collecting. Like, there might be some women that don't look good in Capri either. We just don't know, right? And for the grill, Blake, and smash that like. Cheers, Sam. Well, thank you, sir. I will look for Crown Royal Reserve at the base. Crown Royal, it is smooth. Like when I used to bartend, we used to do Crown Royal shots and stuff, and it's pretty smooth. Rich and rare, very affordable. True. Cheers for him for the grill. Good chat, bro. Well, thank you for the grill. Appreciate it. Glad you're here, my friend. Cheers to John. Chat is lit. I can get grenades. Well, Vanessa, you can actually get grenades.
Yeah, real grenades.
That's actually get like real. Like
what kind of grenades? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Costco Kirkland branded bourbon is good enough. I've heard a lot of good things about
I've heard that too. Yeah.
And their beer and their whiskey and on their wine. I mean, because they're actually having other people brew for them or distill for them that are actual people that are just not putting their name on it. Like Trader Joe's does that with some of the stuff, and you'll find some good things.
Yeah, I've seen some videos on YouTube on the bourbon from Kirkland, and it's like right up there for like $20 or less or whatever, or $25 or less, whatever the cost is.
Gilbert said 4 Roses single barrels are the shit. Also, Wild Turkey 101. I haven't had Wild Turkey.
I just got a bottle. My ex-sister-in-law just went through some cancer stuff, and Shannon went over to help her do some dressings and stuff for when she got home, and her husband gave her a big bottle of Wild Turkey 101. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's like he works for Brown Foreman, so it's like a big old bottle. Yeah.
Well,
like,
hopefully,
all right, cool.
Hopefully your sister-in-law is recovering there.
Yeah, I think she's doing okay. Shannon has been over for a couple weeks now to help her do some of the dressings and stuff like that. But she kind of helped her out, so that was kind of his thank you to coming over and doing some things for her, that he couldn't do. So
yeah,
he sent home a big bottle of Wild Turkey 101. I ain't popped it yet, but I'm going to soon.
Yeah, definitely. I would.
Yeah.
Chad said, for me, there's too many whiskeys in my local store from like 50-cent nifs to 3,000 bottles. If you do have to pick a whiskey, I would say smoky scotches. Nice. I would say the that one that I had, I might pick up another bottle this weekend. That peanut butter after Scout had showed it to us a few weeks ago. That Old Smoky peanut butter whiskey. I kind of want to get another bottle of that. That was really pretty smooth, and I want to get the mango habanero as well.
Have you guys had the Screwball?
I haven't had a Screwball yet. I know you said a Screwball you like as well.
Oh man, that thing's so good. It's almost kind of like the coffee liqueur tequila stuff that we had.
I need some more of that stuff too.
But it's like peanut butter flavored. It doesn't even taste like bourbon. It's really good.
But Old Smoky was pretty smooth too. But that tequila, you put that in your coffee like on a Saturday or Sunday morning, you know. It's like a Bailey's cream and coffee. So
oh yeah. Yeah.
Aries, I see tons of blonde hookers. Old Smoky dill pickle moonshine. Stacey, I'm doing bison burgers this weekend with the moonshine deal. Yeah, so that's something we have here as well. And like, I need to pick up some moonshine at some point. Usually I like to get those when we go to the cabins and stuff. But Vanessa told me, like, you do the old dill I was about to say poontang for some reason. Old dill pickle moonshine with ice and blue cheeseburgers. So that's a good setup. Dates or a vintage are upper most important. Dates or a vintage. These stores do piss poor job rotating. That's what you got to watch out for.
Here too, John. Here too.
So we say Brooklyn Brewery to somebody on the panel one time that
yet again, it's me, the Capri guy.
6 years may have been just a little too much of that beer store. Yeah. So that's why I eat the dates. I like the Greater Good, the First All Imperial Pure Brewery. Their beers are 8 to 12. I've heard about the Greater Good. Have not had anything from them, but I have heard they put out some really good stuff as well. An aged IPA gets such a dirty hop flavor, but some IPAs do well with 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. Is it bad to age a nitro beer with the widget? No, because I think with like Guinness ones that come out who basically use the widget, like on their stuff, they're usually about 6 months at least out as well. So you can actually hold on to it for a little bit of time. I don't know how far you want to go. When you're looking at aging a beer, the rule of thumb that a lot of people will say is like 8% ABV. So something like, for instance, a Guinness Foreign Extra Stout, you can hold on to that for a bit. I've done that before with that one. Their regular base version type stuff, though, I probably would drink those within like 6 months or so. Triple B is in the house. What is going on? Another great channel you can check out for some beer, barbecue, or baseball, which looks like we may have part of a baseball season taking place. He says we are way too late. Well, on the East Coast, it is definitely 11/17, but we're usually around this time. So we're rocking and rolling. What secondary explosive do you want in the grenades? Vanessa, we're not making face. I've been buying the large Jim Beam honey bottles for Llama Farm. I like the Jim Beam honey. Vanessa, I watched those guys play COD. They only get hit by grenades. Just kidding. Erie with the COD shots. I really must buy that game and get it going on the laptop. Yeah, if you get it, Vanessa, let us know so you can join us on there as well. We're trying to get Erie to step in there too. Blake liked Erie's comment, apparently. But I can jump over a Claymore, so.
I can. I run right into him. Boom, and I'm done.
A customer at work got brain cancer. Told he sucks. Hopefully he pulls through. Yeah, definitely. Cancer's such a sucky ass disease. I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna be worse. So yeah, you got to learn at some point, right?
You got to start somewhere, Erie.
Erie Claymore suck asking friend. I've been drinking a Crown Royal Texas Mesquite. Really, I have not seen a Texas Mesquite for Crown Royal. Have you seen
it? I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
I know Jeremy, who was here earlier, was a big fan of the salted caramel that he really liked from them. But I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. I would kind of like to check that one out.
The apple's really good. Holy cow.
Blake, I hope he does too, Eric. Prayers. Yeah, definitely. And LMFO, elbow cough. Oh, cheers to Blake. And allergic to redwood, mesquite, and cedar. Nothing smoked using mesquite in Texas and Arizona. I must ask at restaurants what they use. Yeah, you don't end up getting sick there for sure. We got Elbow in the house. So we got enough time going here. The Elbow was able to hook up with us, which is awesome.
What's up,
Cheers,
Elbow?
Good to see you, my friend. Another great channel. You like music, you like beer. Check out Elbow 88. Great channel stuff that he does there as well. The Elbow, and cheers to the big dog. Woo! Look at my comments. Chat is lit tonight for sure.
Chat is lit, yeah.
Time for the next question game before we wrap it up here in a bit. Let's see if everybody is ready for this one. We're gonna do worst low budget drink ever. So I'm gonna pull this up.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna look at some of the old school stuff. Now, this does not account for beer. This is going to be from the Wino Special Collection.
Oh, God.
Of these things that I'm going to post here, what is the worst one listed in your opinion? Booyah! Of the ones in the collection, we got the Boone's Farm, we got the Cisco, the Mad Dog 2020. We also got the Night Train Express, good old Thunderbird, a little bit of Wild Irish Rose. And from Sanford and Son, we have the Ripple. So of the ones up there, one, what are those of those ones up there? What have you had? And then after that, like, what is the worst one that you've had from that collection?
I've only had 3 of the 7.
I was going to say, I've not had very many of those.
Which ones have you had?
The Boone's Farm, the Mad Dog, and the Wild Irish Rose.
What about you, Todd?
Yeah, same 3.
Okay. All right. So I've had the Boones. I've had the Cisco. I've had, that was a crazy summer back in '88. Mad Dog. And I've had the Wild Irish Rose. I've also had Thunderbird before. I don't think I've had Night Train, but I can neither confirm nor deny.
I think I may have had Cisco, but I can't say for sure.
Cisco was big like in the late 80s. Like when it came out, I remember first having it like when we were out in Oakland in '88 that summer, and then kind of into the '90s some.
Yeah, so that'd have been my prime time there. So yeah, Cisco I may have had, but I can't say for sure. Not enough to where I could rank it one way or the other. I don't remember enough. So
I want to say Mad Dog might have been the worst one I've had up there, but it's pretty close to Wild Irish Rose as well. If I had either today, I'd probably puke from them.
My only bad experience is with Mad Dog. Now, I haven't had a bad experience with Boone's Farm or Wild Irish Rose. I haven't had. Now, I didn't guzzle them. But I only had maybe 1 or 2 glasses, but I never had a bad experience with the Boone's Farm or the Wild Irish Rose.
Well, apparently you didn't drink enough Wild Irish Rose.
Yeah, that's probably it. Like I said,
for me.
Go ahead, Todd. Nope, go ahead. I'm done, Todd.
No, I was just going to say, for me, just because it's fresh in my mind from several months ago, is Mad Dog 2020.
When we did the Shannon experiment.
That's right, yes. For sure.
Yeah, that was a funny look back on bad decisions I made when I was younger. Yeah, they're all pretty terrible. It was funny, as far as any stories with them. So back when we were in high school, I think I might have been either a junior or senior. A couple of my buddies we ended up going to the liquor store because I was able to start getting served at the liquor store when I was like 16, and we picked up Wild Irish Rose, like 3 bottles. Each of us had a bottle of it. And so we were walking back home from the liquor store, and it was like November or so. So up in Northeast New Jersey, it was probably about, 20-something degrees outside. We were walking back. Wild Irish Rose, one of my buddies got so warm from Wild Irish Rose. He's like, I need to stop for a break. So we stopped over where the coal factory is.
Uh-oh.
He's like, it's too hot. He starts taking off his shirt, take off his shirt, his jacket. It's like, dude, what are you doing? It's like
20 degrees outside.
So we had to basically have him, and you know how it is when you have somebody that's like inebriated, so it's like dead weight. You're trying to help walk and everything.
Yeah.
So we go about a half mile to get him to his house and drop him off like Animal House did in the front, ring the doorbell and run.
Yep.
But Wild Irish Rose tore him up for sure. He still remembers that day, like kind of how bad it was when he done it. He doesn't remember all of it because he kind of was like out of it, but he remembers leading up to that point. So for him, Wild Irish Rose was the poison. But yeah, for me, I think Wild Irish Rose would probably be the worst one there.
Yeah.
For me, it's Mad Dog.
Yeah,
Mad Dog. I mean, Mad Dog's not close. I mean, it's pretty close. It's not off by too much.
Now, is that really a wine? Is it really a quote unquote wine?
They call it a bum wine. I mean, Is that still politically correct? I don't even know if it's politically correct.
Probably not, but close enough.
So many things are in question nowadays.
That's right.
Gilbert says top shelf crown is good stuff, but too smooth. I need some kick your ass flavor at times. What's your favorite beer or food pairing, or do you like to cook with beer? I actually, I make a beer chili once in a while, so I'll use beer for chili that I make. Favorite beer and food pairing. I've only done it once. I need to do some more reviews on it. It's probably a burger and a beer. Like I did one when I went to Wahlburgers one time and had one of their burgers, one of their spicy burgers with an IPA. And that was like pretty good. So I like that. There are some stouts I like that are big stouts that you have like dessert. So you can pair them nice with like a chocolate type pie or brownie or whatever it may be. But probably my favorite is the burger and a nice IPA or something, especially if I like it spicy, because that's how I like to have stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like some spicy stuff with an IPA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do like when we go to like some of the Japanese places, I'll do like sushi and I'll have like, some of their like Ichiban or something like that as well with it. That works well. But IPAs are also good for Mexican food. That's a little bit of a flavor.
Oh, yeah. The contrast. Yeah.
Yeah. Gilbert said Russian Prince all day sons. No Southern Comfort. No Yukon Jack. No, these are low end budget. This is, remember the banner?
Sub budget.
Scrimp some change left over in your car seats.
The banner says worst low budget drink ever. Now you can say the other ones aren't that expensive. It's true, but this is like, this is like the guy that's out there on the corner just needs to get something to get his little taste in.
So fix.
Yeah. Irish Rose memories. I think everybody's had Irish Rose has some memories there for sure. See, Elbow had Ripple. He said he did it in one day many years ago. he was on the Ripple train and he paid for it. Triple B says, I've only had a Mad Dog 2020. I went to buy a bottle, but just remember the aroma. I may throw up.
You can always drain for it.
I would say Triple B, we did a show in the last malt liquor show we did for the Beer Flow show a few months ago, as Todd mentioned. You can always go back and watch that and see how Shannon was when she wanted to go back to taste Mad Dog 2020. It might change your mind there.
Yeah, she was like, I remember being so good. And it was like one taste. Nah, I'm done. I can't drink no more. This is terrible. Like, that's the reason it's like $3.99 for a bottle.
Ever since then, I was about to get a Mad Dog 2020 tattoo when I was 18 with my bud. If that tattoo parlor was open the day we skipped school, my life would be different. I still think we're getting penalized this year because we put 2020 on the Mad Dog and it's paying off this year with all the shit that we've had to go through.
There you go. It's true.
Maybe we all better drink Mad Dog 2020 just so we can tell this shit.
Wouldn't that be it? The only way to fix 2020 is everybody had to consume.
Everybody have a drink.
Mad Dog is the potion to get rid of.
You have to buy a bottle. Everybody buy a bottle.
Irish Rose worse. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It would have been awesome. Emerson said. I think you got okay. You did okay not having that tattoo. Never had any of those. I guess I was an expensive drunk. Yeah, these were low bottom shelf. These were like Lil Jon get low type drinks. Oh, Vanessa. I had Cisco. All I would say is it made home safe back in the summer of '95. Yeah.
Good one, John. Good one.
Yeah, Cisco was something. One day as a sophomore in high school, we were ice skating on a pond one night. I did not have a pair of skates because my feet are big. I drank the Fit of Southern Comfort. In 15 minutes. That's Janis Joplin right there.
I've got a story of Southern Comfort 101, but I'll let you get to
John laughing. We had a saying, you can finish one bottle of ND, but you can't finish two without bad problems. It was true. Bad problems always follow before the end of the second. Yeah, if you drink 2 bottles of Mad Dog, yeah, that's not good.
That's on you.
Gilbert's at $6.99 paper bag memories. If you pay $6.99, you pay too much. Well, yeah.
Well, he is in Canada, so.
So I want to check that out.
No, you do not want to do that. You do not.
You want to check out Shannon when Shannon went back to do the Mad Dog on the liquor show.
Definitely check it out. It's worth checking out.
1995 is when Vanessa began her BS degree after she retired. So those were some interesting things there. Again, I saw that and I was like, well, that'd be kind of funny to see what people think there. And that's an interesting thing. So we're like at 11:30, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up. But just before Eric does his PSA here, let's just remember, you don't want to get a drink from this guy. I'm just saying. One thing to take away from the show is if you see this guy offer you a drink, you might want to pass.
Turn around and walk
past. Have a Coke 45 and a pudding pop.
I don't know when he was a spokesman for Coke 45, but it was after Billy D or between Billy D and Red Fox, whatever it is. But
that's great.
That being said, I'm going to turn it over to the one man to actually do his thing right now.
So before I get to the PSA, I want to tell you the time I had drank pretty much a fifth of Southern Comfort 101. So I was at Michigan State of all the big party Big Ten schools. So I went up to Michigan State. My buddy said, "Hey, Eric, why don't you come up here? We're going to have a party." All right, that's fine. So I went into this party, a bunch of young kids around. They had, that beer, liquor, all that stuff. And we had a pretty good time. It was just more or less a casual kind of party in someone's apartment. So I get the idea of someone fed me shots. Like, have you ever had Southern Comfort 101 for? I'm like, no, I never had it before. Well, try it. I'm like, take a shot. I'm like, this ain't too bad. Well, lo and behold, I had pretty much all the fifth of the Southern Comfort 101. And I'm just, I've never been that drunk before. I was just so shit-faced. So I go up to my buddy and I go, "Hey, you see that girl?" And I'm kind of being loud too. I'm like, "You see that girl right over there?" He's like, "Yeah." She looks like my fucking ex-girlfriend. He goes, "Time to go." And so he turns me around and it's a little bit blurry, obviously, because I drank Southern Comfort 101. So I turn around and whoom, I go down on the floor. I could not get back up. So I'm on my hands and knees crawling out of the door and had to crawl down one flight of stairs. So I crawled down one flight of stairs, got in my buddy's truck, or it was actually my truck. It was there. He drove me back to his place, his apartment, which was just about a half a block away. He goes, "You fucking stay here and don't get up." I'm like, "All right, fine." I'm like, "Fine, I'll stay here." So I'm on the couch and I wake up. It was like 15 minutes. I wake up and I'm like, I'm not in my fucking bed. I'm going upstairs. So I go upstairs, find someone's bed, sleep in someone's bed. And my buddy comes up. He's like, "Hey, Eric, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fucking going to sleep. What are you doing?" And I'm like, You're in so-and-so's bed." It was a woman's bed. "You're in so-and-so's bed," which I'll leave her name out of. "You were in so-and-so's bed." And as I'm coming out, he's grabbing me. I'm like this. And I at the time, I knew who it was, but I couldn't make the connection. She's sitting there dying, rolling on the floor laughing. Her and her buddy are dying on the floor laughing. And I'm in my freaking whitey tighties on my freaking boxer brief. And she's like, and they're rolling. So I get back on the bed, get back on the couch. I wake up and I had the worst headache that I've ever had. Worse. And it was like 8 a.m. I'm like, and I'm still drunk, but I still have a hangover. I'm like, dude, I got to get back home. That's all I was like. I got to get back home. So I take the keys, walk out the door. I drive back from East Lansing back to my house, which was, oh God, about a half hour away. Don't ask me how I did that. That was beyond stupid. And I end up sleeping till like 4 a.m. the next day. Thank God it was a Saturday. 4 a.m. the next day. And I go, and it was my sister's birthday on top of it. So I'm like, all right, I got to go to this birthday party. And I had like a Mountain Dew or something like that. And I usually have beer with me. My mom looked at me. She goes, "Did you have a rough night?" And I'm like, "Dude, you do not know the half of it." I never told her that story. Hopefully she doesn't come across this video towards the end of the video and watches it. Anyway, that was my stupid 20-year-old self being just stupid and not.
That was taking PSA time now.
So. Yeah, not taking the PSA at heart. But don't be like me. Don't be stupid and drive home drunk, because if you do, You're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do that stupid-ass sobriety test and get a free ride to jail, court fees, and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, guys, you know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you're going to do is hurt your family and friends, put yourself 6 feet under, okay? Just sleep off your buzz, get your car the next day. Take advantage of the apps on your phone. Download the Lyft app. Download the Uber app. Have a taxi service in your phone. Have someone call a buddy. Have someone call the taxi service for you. So you're not sitting behind the wheel and getting a drunk and getting a DUI. Because, guys, you're going to have thousands of dollars. You're going to have your license revoked. And who knows what else is going to happen? You're gonna struggle all for a very, very, I'm not going to say the rest of your life, but a very long time trying to get your credibility back and get your license back and all that. Just do not do it, okay? Be smart. Have someone take you back home or have a taxi service take you back home, okay? Just don't do it.
Yeah, because we care. We want to see you back for the next time we do another Beer Flow show next week. So make sure you heed the words and make sure you keep yourself protected out there. Last run of some of the comments here. Erie said, no, it's too early. Like, I got to get up and go to work tomorrow, girl. I can't be up here all night doing the show. Eric's got to go to work, too. So I'm tired of be going back to work next week.
Yeah, this is my last Thursday night without having to work the next day. So
yeah,
I'm ready to go all night.
Well, Todd, if you had a channel.
True. Fair enough.
Great show. Thank you. Well, we appreciate you being here. You guys make it a great show. So we're just here. Hopefully you guys are entertained and having a good time with us. Emerson, big fan of the PSA. Pew Pashing. Yeah. Bill still rules. Emerson says, yeah, but I had to do something with that. I saw that. I was like, I got to do something with it, right? So put in pop what happened last night. Hello, my doc must have put me an injectable Rufalin for my insomnia. Now he must have been a fan of Bill Cosby, I guess. The stream makes me want a King Cobra. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Erie, the next time we have the next time we have a Beer Flow show, you better be drinking a King Cobra, and you better be posting it on Instagram so we all can see.
We are about doing like a malt liquor Beer Flow show again at some point here. So
are we though?
Gilbert said, cheers, fools, and good night to all you suckers. Beer hunt in Alaska Fall 83. I had a Southern Comfort and Cap'n Crunch for breakfast. Everyone else fancy Vienna sausage. I was the only one to get the bear. But I said, thank you for the show, everyone. Blake said, cheers. Eric has the best PSAs. Not only stop me from drunk driving, I'm now scared of the girls after a drink. Absolutely, as I am. Good, everything's good. Great show, guys. Well, thank you, Blake. Appreciate it. And make sure, again, if you don't have Blake TV, make sure you pick him up because we're going to be doing, he'll be doing a Friday night throwdown tomorrow night. And I'll try to also get over there with him as well if he'll have me, of course. But great fun time on Friday night on his channel, and that's at 9:00 Eastern tomorrow. Later, fellas, thank you for the show. Well, thank you, Erie. Always appreciate you, number one fan, for being here. Great advice, Triple P says. And Erie, don't use pots and pans. Didn't use pots and pans. I will drink a King Cobra too. I just see Erie do a King Cobra. Come on the show with a King Cobra, Erie.
That'd be awesome.
Malt Liquor Night Suns. Thanks, bro. And I'll drink that and play y'all on COD. So if you can drink the King Cobra, that would be epic. Erie, I see your challenge and I accept your challenge, Erie. That being said, thanks for everybody that tuned in. Love you all. Look forward to catching up with you guys again. Tomorrow, I'm going to do another upload of another beer, and then I might do some live streams this weekend. I keep saying that, but hopefully, because things are too hot to go outside, so I'll probably be inside, and if people are around, maybe we get some people up here and do a live stream. Look forward to catching up with you soon. Make it a great Friday. Cheers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on, and we're out.